Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Volta Premier Ho and Menuveve FM Aflao, Kekeli FM Ho and Lolonyo FM Hohoi. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. This morning, cash-strapped West African Examinations Council says government's failure to settle a debt is making its operations difficult.
As I speak, we also have about 9.9 million citizens arrears for WAS 2022.
So how have you been operating?
Literally, it's been hand to mouth.
We have details as the minority in parliament makes a strong push for government to release remaining funds. Also, 6 police officers injured in clash with tricycle riders over Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly's route restrictions.
They ganged up against some of the police officers, so they beat them up. So if you go to the hospital, you see various injuries that they have sustained.
In business,
government caution to desist from leveraging the domestic debt action program gains to borrow more. We'll tell you more at 6:15.
Also in this bulletin, National Lottery Authority spends over 16 million cedis on corporate social responsibility activities without an appropriate policy approved by the board. The NLA had a significant budget and had spent 16.6 million cedis on CSR over a span of 3 years. We'll bring you details of these and more shortly. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Stay tuned. This morning, cash-strapped West African Examinations Council (WAEC) reveals government's failure to settle its indebtedness is making its operations difficult. The council recently disclosed that government had released 10.5 million cedis, just about 15% of the amount needed to conduct the examinations. Head of Public Affairs John Kapi says the council is forced to rely on credit for many essential processes.
For the past 2 years, yes, we've experienced this. We've had to go back and forth. We are promised monies and then we have to wait for the monies to be brought. Again, as I speak, we also have about 9.9 million citizen arrears for WAS 2022.
So how have you been operating?
Literally, it's been hand to mouth. I mean, as and when funds are brought in, we look at areas that are urgent and then we settle those ones and wait until we get another tranche of payment from the government.
Well, John Kapi says they do not have enough funds to mark the papers after the exams. But ranking member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Education, Peter Kwesino Chukutoi, says they will impress on government to release the arrears.
But if money is not released to them on time, they find it very difficult. And investigations also show that it's the private candidates who pay full for the content examination that they use at times to prepare for the examination. Government and the finance ministry should release money. These exams will end on Friday, and they must go in, mark quickly, release the results in time so that the academic year can begin early. As for the committee, we will continue to talk on their behalf.
Peter Noshukoto is ranking member on the Parliament's Select Committee on Education. And the National Labour Commission has given striking tutors of 46 public colleges of education another lifeline to call off its strike. The commission ordered CTAC to halt their industrial action last Wednesday, but it defied the directive to press from their demand for its arrears and allowances. Executive Secretary of the NLC, Ofosu Asamoah, tells Joy News the tutors must call off its strike before this week's meeting to resolve their grievances.
The commission has extended another invitation to them for Wednesday coming, that is on the 9th. But between the time they should call off the strike. By Wednesday, we will take the next step to make sure they call off the strike. Because at the moment, what they are asking for which they are on strike, we have received documentation from the government side, which attended the meeting, indicating that the Ministry of Finance have made the requisite releases for them to be paid.
Already, the 7-day strike is taking a toll on teacher trainees at the various colleges of education. National President Jefta Nana Kwame says the end of semester exams for the academic year has been put on hold.
The strike is really causing us a very serious harm. It's been detrimental to teaching and learning so far as teacher education is concerned. At the moment, students are left in a sense of just not knowing what to do because lecturers are out of class. seriously, level 300s also have papers, have to write their end of semester in the coming week, and they are in their preparatory period, while teachers are also out of the classroom. You can imagine how serious it is when it comes to teaching and learning.
Now to the Ashanti region. Now, 6 police officers have sustained injuries following a clash with tricycle riders at the premises of the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. The riders pelted stones, destroying the windscreens of 2 cars owned by KMA staff. It took the military's intervention to stop the rioting. Nana Boachi Yadom has more on the following report.
The aggrieved tricycle riders besieged the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly in an attempt to retrieve their seized tricycles. Their action was fiercely resisted by the police. 6 of the officers sustained injuries. The assembly called in military intervention, who managed to disperse the mob and arrested 12 tricycle riders. Communications Director for KMA, Efia Kunedu, says the commercial tricycle riders earlier blocked the Swami stretch leading to the Central Business District.
They came to forcibly take the tricycles from the yard, and that is where the resistance happened. I think they ganged up against some of the police officers, so they beat them up. So if you go to the hospital, you see various injuries that they have sustained. So we realized that the situation was getting out of hand.
The KMA says it remains resolute in restricting the operation of commercial tricycles in the city centre.
As a city, we will have to. We are continuing it for 1 week, and then it will continue again depending on how the state of affairs at the end of the week. But as we speak, it's a week-long exercise, and we're going to continue the exercise. We are working with the police and the military.
Nana Boachi Yadom with that report. A 35-year-old man is standing trial at the Wa Circuit Court for sexually assaulting 12 minors in Wa in the Upper West region. The accused, a popular MC for Islamic marriages, is alleged to have committed the act in his house and in the bush and gave them 10 Ghana cedis with a promise of allowing them dance in public whenever he's emceeing weddings. Joy News Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam has more.
It is a case of public interest, and residents of Wa thronged and flooded the forecourt of the Wa Circuit Court. 35-year-old popular local master of ceremony for weddings, Rashid Ahmed, better known by his fans as Anata, faces 11 counts of sexual assault at the Wa Circuit Court. He was motionless, wore a frown, and clattered his teeth as the facts of all 11 counts were read to him. Anata denied the offenses. Most of the alleged sexual assault took place at his house and the rest in a bush where they leaned on his motorbike for the amorous and beastly act. Principal State Attorney at the Attorney General's Department, lawyer Said Abdul Shakur, who was leading the prosecution, prayed to the court for the accused to be remanded into police custody to enable them finish with their investigation.
He is a flight risk. Somebody who has left the jurisdiction before, we cannot be sure he will not escape.
The presiding judge, His Honor Jonathan Abugo, granted the wish of the prosecutors and remanded the accused into police custody and to reappear Monday, 4th of August.
But the last time he was arrested, I was here, I was still very young. People went behind the scene and took the victims away, so we couldn't get anybody to testify.
Rafiq Salam. Wow.
The National Lottery Authority spent over 16 million cedis between 2018 and 2020 on corporate social responsibility activities without a policy in place. This was revealed in the 2022 Auditor General's report on public boards, corporations and other statutory institutions. There's more in the following News Desk report. Corporate social responsibility policy was developed unapproved. The NLA had a significant budget and had spent 16.6 million cedis on CSR over a span of 3 years. The authority spent 2.7 million cedis in 2018, 5.1 million cedis in 2019, and a whopping 8.8 million cedis in 2020. The Auditor General indicated that it had recommended to the authority in 2019 that it urgently develop and implement a CSR policy and ensure that activities it undertook were in line with the policy. The Attorney General also revealed that 10% of the annual salary of employees is paid to each staff as leave allowance, without appropriate tax deductions. A total of 1.35 million cedis was paid without tax deductions. This resulted in 101,254 Ghana cedis unpaid taxes and a loss in revenue to the country. And that was a News Desk report ending the bulletin. In our top story, cash-strapped West African Examinations Council WAEC says government's failure to settle its debts is making its operations difficult. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo, so how's your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies DA improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Hey, sorry. Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, Charlie, so many vibes na bonten father ma sanaba. Ma many papa nyanum na do for mo fie ni mo akwentum. Hwe bibia anya so amani ska ko fie si fancy da na fie for abefo jawsi no parking. Ebe men sujai casa. Thanks to Sukasa, how to nyina atwa. Hwe Sukasa si adan abroni for an affordable luxury homes. Or more 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. Where you're fully gated or grants and communities. Or more malls, clubhouse, and all social amenities. Plus 24-hour security. Omo flexible payments and yeah, no my dear Dal Casa. Plus 100% guaranteed cashback. Yes, 100% guaranteed cashback. No quick finances stories. Contact Sukasa right now through phone calls or WhatsApp on 030-296-0865 and 055-369-7886. Charlie social media so more, baby. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at Sukasa GH. Email Susie at info@sukasa.com.gh. Sukasa, building on trust.
In an era where the business environment is constantly changing, the need for accounting and finance professionals who can guide and lead organizations to sustainable success is critical. The good news is, CIMA's CGMA designation, held by over 150,000 professionals globally, delivers the skills, competencies, and mindsets that employers require. Learn more about the CGMA designation at www.aicpa-cima.com or email accra@aicpa-cima.com.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your Visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
Charlie, that be the sound you hear when things make hot. I'm sure this is not battery, just cash flow. Laja no day. It is safe to say we are all facing challenging times. We are all wondering how we are going to lighten our financial burdens. Nowhere cool. But don't worry, with a little help from your trusted bank, Societe Generale Ghana, be biara may fine. Societe Generale Ghana is making all its customers happy with the Yatiso Loans promo. In fact, SG Ghana customers and even non-customers who are on the controller and accountant general payroll can and enjoy access to our amazing discounted loans. Don't waste time. Get your loan today. Step into a branch or call 0302-214-314 to get the ball rolling. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, promotion ends on 7th August 2023. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Don't you worry. Just be happy. Don't you worry.
Lord Buffington.
It's been a while.
yeah, every now and then you have to dust off some of these old names and remind people that Charlie, you are the original Pafu ranking. How you doing?
Hey, Koji, I'm good. I'm good. You,
Charlie? Me, I'm trying to do maths in my head, and the maths is not mathsing.
Well, this morning I was thinking, so many things don't make sense in the world, and Saglemi probably is one of them.
Is the poster boy for things that don't make sense. Hey, do you see how much they spent? I mean, the original. You see, so originally what they wanted to do was build 5,000 homes. Okay, and they said it would cost $200 million. So if you break it down, that's something like $40,000 per home. Okay. I mean, look, it's cheaper than what you get on the market in most places, but no, actually, it's not. It's not cheaper. Don't we have? We are advertising a place called Nyamidia, which is even closer to Accra than Saglemi. It's just in Tema, near the Palace Mall.
Okay.
Yeah, we advertise it on this show, Nyamidia, and they are selling units. Apartments for 250,000 cedis.
Okay.
Cedis. So in terms of affordability, affordable homes, 40,000 per unit production cost is high.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the original costs. But for that same amount, $200 million, they ended up building only 1,500 units. 1,500 units, which means each unit cost about $135,000, and they didn't complete it. Now government says, in order to complete it, just bringing water alone to that site will cost about $30 million. $30 million to bring. That means $20,000 per unit to bring water. The maths is not mathsing.
It's not adding up.
When are the BEC people writing maths?
I don't know. I don't know the time. I know they're writing science today.
They have to have a Saglemi question. Hey. Anyone who can calculate this thing correctly deserves to jump SHS and go straight to university. Anyway, so today we're trying to examine the reasons we have been given by both governments, okay? Because it started under Atta Mills, right? Then John Mahama, now Akufo-Addo twice. We will examine the reasons we've been given all the way through this process. Why that place has not been occupied, why that project has not been completed. We'll examine the reasons. We'll see whether somebody is trying to sell us a bill of goods here.
It doesn't make sense, could you?
None of it.
And
anyway,
it's sad.
I'll tell you what makes sense. It makes sense to give thanks. So we're doing that, giving thanks to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. They're the ones who brought us the 6 a.m. bulletin. So a poorly maintained car engine can age faster, and that's why Total offers the specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressures. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer. All right, fasten your seatbelts. Here it comes as the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Hi there, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, government caution to desist from leveraging the domestic debt exchange program gains to borrow more. We hear from economist Dr. Said Wachi. Meanwhile, economist Professor Godfrey Bokwin says the Bank of Ghana must not be used as an avenue for clearing government's debt. Also, holders of domestic dollar bonds and cocoa bills given 2 more weeks to decide on participating in the debt exchange program, and Ghana City to remain stable this week, although improved U.S. labor data may pose some depreciatory pressures. Details coming up. Thanks for joining us. Hello to our friends listening on KTU Radio Koforidua. Let's get started. Economist Dr. Said Wachi has cautioned government to desist from leveraging gains of the domestic debt exchange program to borrow more. Though he agrees the program is crucial for the economy's revival, he is quick to add that the move may not be enough to guarantee the needed fiscal space. Speaking to Joy Business, Dr. Wachi, who is with the Institute of Fiscal Studies, urged government to work towards a favorable macroeconomic gains which would consolidate the growth of the economy.
Domestic debt exchange alone is not enough. After all, what triggered the current crisis is exchange rate issues due to so much money that is needed, partly due to so much money that is needed to service foreign debt. So external debt, restructuring is also very critical, and we hope that the government can succeed on that. But I think those bondholders externally are looking for the success and completion of all the domestic bond restructuring before they act. If the government is able to do this, then I hope they can begin to act.
You had Dr. Said Wachi, who is an economist with the Institute of Fiscal Studies. Meanwhile, economist Professor Godfrey Bokwin has stressed the need for government to respect the autonomy of the Bank of Ghana and not suppress it with its fiscal dominance. The central bank in 2022 incurred 60.8 billion cedi loss due to the domestic debt exchange program. Now, making some recommendations, Professor Bokwin said there must be an end to the practice of using the Bank of Ghana to clear government's debt.
Because government did not make significant progress with the debt restructuring, especially the domestic debt, with the pushback and all of that. The balance sheet of the central bank was then used as a balancing item, as we say it in accounting. What it means is that the difference, if you look at the journey to debt sustainability and the progress we have made or we could make with the debt restructuring, in other words, the haircut imposed on other creditors, and also we have a fair idea what will happen with external debt, the gap could only be closed, or we could get closer to the end game by loading a substantial portion of the haircut on the central bank's balance sheet. This is what we did.
That was economist Professor Godfrey Bokwin. Now, holders of the domestic dollar bonds and cocoa bills now have more time to decide on whether to participate in the debt exchange program. The government has extended the deadline for closing the offer for the 2 financial instruments. Here's George Raffi with more.
For some, this can be described as the second round of the debt exchange program that government is currently undertaking to restructure the domestic dollar bonds, cocoa bills, and now the pension funds. The Finance Ministry has maintained that it needs to carry out this exercise to help reduce the total debt stock. Government says it is extending this offer for the domestic dollar bonds in response to feedback from the eligible bondholders for some time to secure internal approvals to aid their participation in the offer. However, Cowbank, which is leading the cocoa bills offer, was silent in terms of the reasons for the extension. Settlement for the domestic dollar bonds will now be done on August 21, 2023, while the cocoa bills will be carried out on August 25, 2023. Government is hoping to restructure almost 20 billion Ghana cedis worth of bonds when you put the value of these 2 papers together. According to government, it needs to finalize the second round. Of the domestic debt exchange program for the dollar bonds and the cocoa bills to help the country secure the next tranche of funds from the IMF before the end of this year.
George, I feel with that report, we have some news on the city for you this morning. The local currency remains stable this week, although improved U.S. labor data may pose some depreciatory pressures. Foreign exchange flows are expected to improve due to selling pressures from the service sector and the interbank player. This is expected to keep the year-to-date loss at about 11% on the retail market. The local currency closed the week's trading firmer. It strengthened 0.3% week on week against the US dollar. It also gained 2.36% and 1.39% against the pound and euro, respectively. So on the currency market this morning, the dollar going for 11 cedis 43 pesos. That's on the forex or retail market. Pound going for 14 cedis 68 pesos. The euro trading at 12 cedis 60 pesos. In other news, the Ghana Revenue Authority is projecting 1.2 billion cedis annually as taxes from lottery and gambling activities in its first year of implementation. The authority says it is expecting the figure to shore up in subsequent years to rake in more revenue. Officer in charge of Domestic Tax Revenue Division, Edward Jambra, says his outfit is putting up robust measures to ensure the smooth collection of these taxes.
This initiative is coming as part of the amendment to the Income Tax Act. So with the Income Tax Act, we have gaming, the GGR, the withholding tax on the gross gaming. We have amendment to the Individual Income Tax Act, Individual Income Tax Bracket. We have amendment also to the capital gains, and with all put together, we are expecting over 1.2 billion cedis. That is the expected revenue from it.
Edward Jambra is Commissioner in charge of Domestic Tax Revenue Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Meanwhile, the Chamber for Local Governance is making a case for Parliament to stop the Ghana Revenue Authority from collecting property rate taxes using a third-party company. According to the Chamber, the GRA is embarking on some illegalities to allow the company collect the tax from district assemblies. In an interview with Joy Business, President of the Chamber, Dr. Richard Fiadomo, said the various district assemblies could be strengthened to collect the rate according to the law.
Contrary to what GRA told ratepayers and indeed Ghanaians, that they had taken over the collection of property rates in this country, for which reason they gave us a public account, which is myassemblies.gov.gh, prima facie a government account. Fast forward, GRA told us in a release that they were engaging officers to go on the ground to do the collection. But it turned out that it is not GRA that is actually doing the collection. Digital City Solution has on 2 occasions made transfers to the selected MMDAs that they have collected property rates on their behalf. DCS has also entered into another contract with private entities, and they have engaged them to be doing the collection for and on their behalf. So we are of the view that it is against the Public Financial Management Act 2016.
Dr. Richard Fiadomo is president of the Chamber for Local Governance. We have some news from the stock market. Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited led the top gainers on the stock market during the month of July as the strong run of the local buzz continued. The GSE consequently recorded a year-to-date return of 21.30%. Here's more in this report.
The other top 4 performing stocks in the month under review were Société Générale, MTN Ghana, Cowbank, and Total Energies. The GSE Financial Stock Index also closed higher than the previous month, reducing its negative year-to-date return to 16.44%. In terms of trading activities, both volume and value traded increased significantly by 669.42% and 24.25% respectively compared to the previous month. Strong performances recorded by listed companies in their first year results and bullish investor sentiment accounted for this positive outturn. Meanwhile, the Ghana fixed income market closed the month with 5.54 billion in volume traded, which was a marginal increase of 2.40% over the previous month and a 71% decline from the same period in 2021. Trades in short-term government securities accounted for 40% of activity on the market.
Tourism now, and the managing director of Adansi Travel and Tour, Gideon Asare, has reiterated the need to shore up domestic tourism investments. According to him, it has a prospect to transform livelihoods through employment and wealth creation. Speaking to Joy Business at the 10th anniversary dinner of the company, he pointed out that Adansi Travel and Tour will continue to embark on various initiatives to boost tourism in Ghana.
And what we are doing to help is that we want to make travel within Ghana more affordable. A lot of people complain about the cost when they have to travel in Ghana. So we've started to make sure that we have what we call free departures. So a time will come that if you want to go to Cape Coast on a weekend, you don't need to struggle. You just go to the mall and then there's a departure, a bus leaving every Friday, for instance.
Gideon Asari, the Managing Director of Adansi Travel and Tours, ending the Joy Business Report. Before we go and look at the commodity market, crude oil opened trading at $85 a barrel. Gold lost more than $2. Is selling this morning at $1,934 an ounce. Cocoa opened trading at $3,495 a ton, after losing marginally. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. Back to Kojo Yankson with more of the Super Morning Show. He'll be doing some math this morning. All the best. Hope the figures add up.
I've been trying so far. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's get to it. I've got an inspirational song here, brought to us as always by our dear friends at Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes, as well as water tank. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. Do you know Chipmunk?
Chipmunk?
Yeah.
Is he a movie character or something?
Close enough. He's a British artist. Yeah. In fact, these days he's grown up, so he says they shouldn't call him Chipmunk anymore. They should call him Chip.
Chip.
Yes, but back when he was a chipmunk, he did this song with Chris Brown.
Okay,
yeah,
what song
very
is that?
Inspiring tune, actually. Yeah, it's called Champion.
Champion.
You might recognize it, just that you wouldn't know that it was
Probably
done by a chipmunk.
Or started. Let's see if I can recognize
All right, there we go. There we go, Champion by Chipmunk featuring Chris Brown. All right, we've got lots to do this morning. Let's get to it, shall we?
Yes, and our Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and Multimedia Group, is supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Avoid all distractions, and today I want to talk about this situation at Awoshi Ablekuma. Remember this particular issue of traffic lights not working, and as a result, a lot of lives being lost. That came up 3 years ago. The people demonstrated, and they are back because this year alone, they say about 45 people have died.
Hey.
Yes, because of faulty traffic lights. I want you to take a listen to this. So these are residents demonstrating again yesterday. I listened to the account of a 70-year-old whose wife died just 2 months ago. She'll be buried this weekend. And you know, that stretch, and they say when the car knocks you down, because the vehicles are always speeding, so they end up killing. Once the vehicle knocks you down, you end up dying on the spot. 45 lives this year alone.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it tells a story, not just about how poorly we maintain our road infrastructure, you know, because that traffic light, it's there, but it's just not working, if I'm right.
Faulty traffic lights.
Exactly. So we're not, maintaining these, street infrastructure. Apart from that, it also talks about our attitude. Okay, so you're coming up to what you know is a traffic light. Whether it's working or not, don't you slow down? Don't you slow down? Isn't that how we've all been taught to drive? But yeah, not some people.
So listen, if you're approaching a traffic light that's faulty, yesterday I realized the psychiatric hospital at Dabrakat, that traffic light was not functioning, the TUC traffic light as well, but that side there was a police officer. Listen, very early in the morning you find that there will hardly be police officers directing traffic. Please, when you're approaching a traffic light, remember that there are other road users. There could be pedestrians crossing the road as well. Please be careful and drive safe.
And you see, when you're crossing, when you're approaching a traffic light, when it's not even functioning, like Kojo said, that's when you have to be most careful.
Yeah.
Because you're asking yourself, what if? What if the next person is careless? So you should always be on the lookout.
Absolutely.
Drive safely. I mean, I don't know why it's always difficult for us, because we know the traffic lights are not functioning, then we're gone.
Yeah.
But please, urban roads. Having said that, you know that these traffic lights must be fixed. Fix them. Why is it so difficult for us to do the very simple things? Very, very simple things.
We have money for everything else. Every other ridiculous thing.
Anyway, let's now learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books at Kingdom Quality and Affordability, are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
Today, we will examine the Saglemi project. We are told by the government that it will cost $30 million just to bring water to this development, which makes you wonder whether the original creators of the project didn't plan ahead to provide for water and utilities in the original $200 million spent on the project. Now, I wonder whether you noticed my use of today's redundant phrase. Okay, I won't make you guess. It was plan ahead. Now, this, to some, is a bit controversial. Some people think the expression makes sense and should not be considered a redundant phrase. Besides, almost everyone says it, so it can't be wrong, right? Plan ahead. Well, it is wrong, and this is why. First, here are some common definitions of the word plan. To make arrangements in advance. A decision about what one is going to do. To create a design for something that is going to be built. In all of these definitions, one thing is constant. A plan is always something that is yet to happen, something that is ahead. So there really is no need to add the word ahead when you say plan. Now, with your permission, let's get on with the show, shall we? Time to scrutinize government's plan for affordable housing. Yeah. And speaking of government's plan for affordable housing, on Newsfile there was some conversation about the Saglemi Affordable Housing Project. Theo Achampong had a couple of things to say about it. We'll play that for you in just a moment. Before we get into the news review brought to you by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different, and Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough. Let's hear Dr. Theo Achampong now from Saturday's Newsfile.
So Saglemi is an interesting one. What I don't get is why we often don't complete projects and we're in a rush to cut new ones, establish new ones, when these old ones can very well do the job. It's a political economy question and imperative as well. Of course, the minister says that they need 114 million or so to get it up to scratch. I presume that it is possible to use some tax incentives and other measures to get investors to go in and to complete those projects, while at the same time we build new homes. The point is that we have a major housing deficit. No two ways about that. We need to do something about it. The cost of the housing needs to come down. And what is affordable, according to some of the numbers and the estimates I've seen from the literature, maybe about $30,000 to 40 or something thousand. So the new homes that are being built, what was commissioned recently, that is a positive. We commend the government for that. I think there's room and scope for private sector participation. And in fact, that is what we should be pushing and advocating a lot more of to solve the housing crisis. That is not to say that the government cannot be involved. The government can use policy, can use tax, can even set up special purpose vehicles. Look at what State Housing Company is doing. Fantastic.
Yeah, Dr. Theo Achampong there.
So I can understand where it's coming from. And it's the reason you ask yourself the simple question, why are we building new apartments when we can complete existing ones? Of course, I know you would ask yourself the question, but why did we also not build it properly? But let me just share a few things with you. Why it's important to be thinking about completing existing projects. Now, I'm looking at the 2021 Population and Housing Census.
Right.
Now, the Ghana Statistical Service provides these statistics that says that you have in total you have about 2,340 tents. So people who live in this, so the number of tents in which people live is 2,340.
Okay.
But that's not all. There are people who live in metal containers. And the number is 18,345 metal containers in which people live.
Which part of Ghana or the whole country?
The whole country.
Okay.
I can break it down to regions.
That's fine. Now let's go with the
whole country.
Yeah.
Then you have kiosk. 81,000 kiosks in which people live. But that's not all. You also have wooden structures. 172,000 of them. And you have 121,000 uncompleted houses in which people live. Now, this is our reality. So when we talk about the need to have completed homes, affordable for that matter, this is what we're talking about. If you just look at it, for instance, just by looking at the numbers, you have the situation where over 300,000 of these houses, so you're looking at tents, you're looking at wooden structures, you're looking at uncompleted houses, where people live. The question is, wouldn't it have been okay for these people to live in the Saglemi housing project, for instance?
Well, you've asked the question. Now let me provide what might be an answer, even though you may not like it. You see, this is why I often say that, unfortunately for us, governments never attempt to solve the problem. They only want you to see them working, to think they are solving the problem, but they are not. Anything they do is probably just so they can do some procurement, not so they can solve anybody's problem. So you've talked about people living in tents, in kiosks, in metal containers, uncompleted buildings. So for people like this, we wanted to build Saglemi, right? And we said it will cost $200 million to build it. That means a unit cost of about $40,000 per home. Some will be a bit more, some will be a bit less because it's 1 to 3 bedroom apartments. But the average will be $40,000 per home. Is that affordable? Can someone move from a tent or a kiosk and pay $40,000 for their home? So you see that even from the start, this was not going to solve the problem. But okay, let's go along with it. They said they are going to build 5,000 homes. Somehow they built 1,500 homes for the same price and didn't complete them. Didn't even bring utilities or sewage to these homes. So they are uninhabitable. 1,500 of them for $200 million. In fact, if you add the interest on the Credit Suisse facility, which they took out in 2012, then it's $250 million. Isn't that how much we spent on the Akosombo Dam? I mean, bear in mind, the dollar has not really depreciated much in the past 50, 60, probably century. So, $250 million at the time the Akosombo Dam was built is not very different from its value today. And we couldn't build 1,500 homes. Square apartments. 4 floors. About 2 apartments per floor. We couldn't build that. You see that the maths, that it doesn't add up. Now new government comes along and says, okay, old government, you did a bad job. So okay, do a better job. They also say it's going to cost $30 million just to send water there. Water. So that means $20,000 per unit, because there are only 1,500 units there. $20,000 per unit to bring water to Saglemi. Hey, who is the contractor? Who gave them that quote?
Well, I guess we'll get into all these matters a bit later on here on the show, right?
We will, yeah. But let's quickly touch on these headlines, shall we?
All right, I have the Daily Guide newspaper. On the front page, it says, 3 busted for hospital drug theft. Mahama jabs Nana after blowing $200 million on Saglemi projects. And I'm highest ranked. Guess who is talking?
Me.
That's the Speaker of Parliament. He says he's the highest ranked NDC member.
That's right.
But that's not the input of the story. NPP special polls ready, and Atoforsen drops trial judge allegation. He wanted the judge to recuse herself, but they've withdrawn that application. 2 things happened. That, and then his passport was also released to him. He will return it at a date stated, which is October 2nd. And then in terms of the 3 people who have been arrested for the drug theft, it happened at the Upper East region. This is the Bogatanga Regional Hospital, and these people are alleged to have stolen some medicines from the facility. It's actually something that they allegedly have been doing over a period, and they've been arrested now. Some of the medicines retrieved and investigations ongoing. Speaker of Parliament Alban Gbagben says that currently he's the highest ranked person in the NDC. He said, officially, if you look at the national ranks protocol-wise, former president don't have any position. Despite the fact that I am the highest ranked in the party, I should not be seen doing the bidding of the NDC in Parliament because of the nature of my functions as an impartial arbiter. Now, that's the import of the
okay. But anytime the speaker,
you need to
is putting out the rankings.
Number 3
you have
in
to
Ghana.
pay attention.
Yeah, number 1 in the NDC.
You are number.
Anyway.
Oh, and then Nigeria, got out of the Women's World Cup painfully yesterday.
Yes, they were beating, on penalties. And Lauren James, she was praised as, the next big thing in English women's
highest
soccer.
Scorer, I think.
Then
in this
all of
World
a
Cup.
sudden, she does the
Yeah.
unthinkable.
Yeah.
Gets sent off.
What was she trying to do? Break her back or what?
I just can't understand
How do you step on a fellow woman's back like that?
Yeah. And, I'm sure for once, there were a lot of English commentators who said, they said what? James Lauren Beckham. Beckham did that in 98. And the English have never forgiven him for that.
Oh, but this is a shameful act.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Anyway, the graphic business for today says, economy yet to turn the corner. And two experts say the economy is yet to turn the corner on account of government's downward revision of its macroeconomic targets, even though the finance minister expressed optimism at last week's mid-year budget presentation. The finance minister had indicated that we've turned the corner, which, it really means that we've gone past our most difficult period. But they both say, no, hold on a second. That's not what you've done. I mean, if you think we've gone past our most difficult period, you're actually reviewing growth rate from 2.8 to 1.5%. Now, if you have, a population growth of 2.1% and you want to grow at 1.5%, technically speaking, you are in recession. Is that the turning the corner that have you gone past your most difficult period? So let's just stick with the idiom, turn the corner, which says you've gone past your most difficult period and now you're beginning to see improvement. Is this the improvement that you're talking about? Because last year you grew more than that. And this year you say you want to grow by somewhat 1.5%. So will that amount to turning the corner, as the finance minister wants us to believe? Well, Professor Bokping said that, look, 8 years ago, government was more optimistic about the economy than it is today. But you see that, government has actually admitted that things are not as good as it, thought it was going to be. And that's our reality. Our reality is that times are very hard, things are bad. And, like the finance minister would agree, in a lot of economies, the finance minister, he can understand why people would call for the head of the finance minister, except that in a lot of the economies too, the finance minister wouldn't even wait for people to say go. He would have gone long ago.
This one, right? If you say go now, Jina baby, Jina.
People
are tired of saying that, right?
No, but you see, that's the point. In a lot of economies, the finance minister would have resigned to bring back some confidence in the economy. Once the finance minister resigns, automatically, whoever is going to be appointed, and once consultations are had and another person comes in, people would say, "Oh, that's it."
He says he is the confidence. He stayed.
He's what?
He is the confidence that you need.
That is actually the message the president is giving us.
Okay.
By keeping him.
Anyway.
That's he's the only one who can do this.
This one says banks remain calm ahead of second round of DDEP PwC survey. And
very calm, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very calm. I think that the reality, though, is that, look, a lot of these banks have over the period invested so much in government of Ghana bonds and everything, and other bonds. There are even some banks that even have investments in Euro bonds, and so they would also be affected by the Euro bonds. The truth also is that today you ask yourself the simple question, what options are available? This is where you have to start looking at the private sector. So if you're a bank and you know that the kind of certainty with government bonds, the kind of confidence in government bonds is no longer the same, you look at the private sector. You give them loans, facilities that can help them perform. Unfortunately, our banks find it very difficult to do that. They still would do business with government. It's one of the easiest way to making profit in this country. So that's what the banks love to do. Yeah. But having said that, when it comes to the pension funds, could you know yesterday when I asked the question, but for the law, would they invest in government bonds? You could hear how Thomas Kweseso,
he said it was a sensitive question.
We need to have a conversation.
What does
about
that mean?
Using pension funds for national development. We cannot take funds from the people and go and give it to government.
Especially the way they run things,
We need to get pension funds. People have used pension funds from other countries to invest in our oil.
Yeah.
And they're doing well.
Yeah. They are paying their citizens, giving their citizens money.
Charlie, pension funds, they open us all.
It is.
Hey.
Anyway, Charlie.
Let's
go for the online review. Is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Let's see what's on my journal.
I keep asking, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just stop or top up anywhere? Don't do that if that's what you do. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. Let's talk about Goyle's Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP. They're the best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 is a high grade fuel sold at same price as normal fuel. Also, Goyle Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. What's more, they have over 440 stations locations across the nation. So please join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goil, good energy, Goil, you know it. Yen ara yedim.
All right, so on myjoyonline.com this morning, there's a story about the NDC primaries. Fred Nyama withdraws from Ayawaso West Wuogon race to support John Dumelo.
Oh, finally.
Friends again. Okay, well, listen, go read about that and other stories on myjoyonline.com. Who knows? It's politics, right? Okay, well, time now for the BBC News, brought to us by our friends at Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Log On Voice. Experience seamless business management.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goil. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Good energy.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC, and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASI, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
It's time to go beyond what your traditional financial apps can do. Introducing Cowrie, the only digital financial app you will ever need. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay. Send. Move your money in quick, easy steps at the best rates on the market. Buy. Top up your airtime and data twice as fast as you normally do. Pay. Step out of the cash queue. Pay for any product or service when you need to. Enjoy it faster. And now, manage. Experience a new way of managing your money. Understand how and when your money moves. You can rely on Cowrie every day. Download Cowrie from your Google Play Store or App Store. Experience Cowrie, the way to pay.
10:30 GMT.
The story on myjoyonline.com. Parliament is set to conduct an independent inquiry into the National Cathedral project. So there was a motion, right, sponsored by Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, and it has been passed. So they want to look into the $400 million project, and it's about the funding, I believe. They want to know about the funding. They say $58 million has been spent so far, but he says the work that has been done doesn't correspond with the money. Okay, at the moment, all we have there is a Galamsey pit, an abandoned Galamsey-like pit. They've dug up the place, and then nothing, right? So he says the money that has been spent so far is not commensurate with the work that has been done. That's what they want to look into. So let's be clear so we don't get it wrong. Those are the terms of reference. They want to look at how much has been spent and whether it's commensurate with what we have. Right. Now, I'll be honest. I don't know what to expect in the coming days. This investigation may or may not highlight issues of, people's, credibility and identity and all the things that Kujeto Ablakwa has been raising about some of the members of the board and all of that. But I think for me, the interesting thing will be how government actually programmed spending on this project. Because it's remained a mystery. From the beginning, they told us that it was going to be privately funded. In fact, they even told the Supreme Court that it would be privately funded. That didn't materialize. Instead, in the first time around, it was the finance minister who announced that there would be some seed money. A figure was never attached to it. And that seed money, we don't even know how, even to this day, we are told that they've spent $58 million on it. Is that seed money? Is that the seed money? So where's the rest of the funding? So I'm interested in government's own programming of spending. From the beginning, how much did they intend to spend on it? How much have they spent? How much have they disbursed so far? What was the plan and the program? Or has it been arbitrary and random? Did they just dip their hands into the consolidated fund and throw money at this project?
When you see in a country where everything is opaque, this is what you get. And so, yes, we have a lot of complaints, then all of the government says, I'm not going to fund it. But I wonder, for instance, why even Parliament accepted that. And at the time government went to Parliament to say that it was going to provide a seed money, did Parliament check to find how much that seed money was? Did they check to find out how much that seed money was? Okay, look, this is a project that has been charted in secrecy. It's obvious that government had its own plan. They didn't feel like telling us because it felt we will complain. And so went around pretending to be fundraising and using our taxpayers' money to fund this. $58 million. Imagine what it can do. Imagine the roads it can construct in this country. We want to construct a place to worship God. Who says, don't you know your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God? We are spending money, Ghana's money, a developing country, to build a block facility for God. When they say, why don't you believe in God? Aren't you a Christian? We're Christians. But the Bible tells us that God is already in our hearts. Okay? The early Christians, they were not meeting in buildings, but they were still able to worship God.
The fact that God is in our hearts, Winston, doesn't mean that we can't put up
there
a
are
structure.
Cathedrals in this country.
I think that the issue we have with this particular cathedral, this building, is there isn't clarity. And even though I think that when the story first came, I was applauding Parliament, but thinking about it again, if Parliament really did its work in the beginning, we probably wouldn't be here. If Parliament did proper probing and found answers to some of the challenges that we're faced with today, they probably would not be looking at it again. So yeah, you really didn't do a good job the first time. You're giving yourself a second chance. I think that's how I'll interpret this. Let's see where this one goes. I just have a feeling that we may come back to this point again.
Well, maybe at no point was this cathedral justified. At no point. It wasn't a national need. And as a president who has taken over a country that you claim has been mismanaged, your priority of priorities, and that's what he called it, your priority of priorities cannot be constructing something that the nation hasn't asked you for. That can't be your priority. At no point was this cathedral project justified. At no point. I mean, what? We are the most Christian people in the world. So we are going to build a cathedral for people to travel to Ghana for Christian tourism. Is this where Christianity was born? Oh, honestly, no. I mean, we can't pretend. Let's not try to pretend. This was never justified. It was somebody's unilateral wet dream. and they forced us all along with it, with our own money. Money that is scarce, money that we don't have, money that we need for projects. And he put it into this thing, and against every advice, said, we will do it. Priority of priorities. And that's the story on myjoyonline.com. Parliament is set to conduct an independent inquiry into the National Cathedral project. So there was a motion, right, sponsored by Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, and it has been passed. So they want to look into the $400 million project, and it's about the funding, I believe. They want to know about the funding. They say $58 million has been spent so far, but he says the work that has been done doesn't correspond with the money. Okay, at the moment, all we have there is a Galamsey pit, an abandoned Galamsey-like pit. They've dug up the place, and then nothing, right? So he says the money that has been spent so far is not commensurate with the work that has been done. That's what they want to look into. So let's be clear so we don't get it wrong. Those are the terms of reference. They want to look at how much has been spent and whether it's commensurate with what we have. Right. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know.
Guarantee. Call 0244 335 168. Kumasi 0505 555 666 or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank. A strong, a tough.
Welcome to the Visa Summer Experience. Enjoy offers from merchants worldwide. Get your Visa. Explore the world with complimentary travel insurance. Relax in premium airport lounges worldwide. Check in with exotic hotel deals. Relish sweet deals on restaurants. Fuel your adventure with discounted car rentals. And if you want to shop online, we've got offers for you too. There's so much for every traveler. Visit africa.visa.com today.
Morning Show.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success.
Joy 99.7 FM. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
was already 82 in 1982, so he thinks we were all there. Anyway, welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. We've got lots to get through this morning. We'll be talking about Saglemi, obviously, and why this government is not completing that project. Why the previous government was not able to complete that project. These are the questions we're trying to answer this morning. Just listen to the latest figures we've been given on how much it'll cost to finish it.
The estimates they provided for off-site infrastructure alone, we needed $46 million to provide the off-site infrastructure. Now, apart from that, there are on-site works. Okay, these 1,005 units that are at various stages of completion. In fact, some had deteriorated, needed to fix some of them and all that. The estimate was that from AESL, you needed almost, it was $29 million.
So in effect, you need about $75 million to make the Saglemi housing project.
He actually said 140 million. So later we'll play the full sound.
On top of the 200.
Yes.
Hey.
For 1,500 units. Wow. 1,500 units. Not the original 5,000. 1,500 units.
Because look, the president also, while cutting the sword for the new housing scheme, says that it has been established that in addition to the $198 million already spent on the project, government has to raise additional funding to the tune of $46 million to complete the infrastructural work, that is water, electricity, and drains to mitigate flooding. And further $68 million is required to complete the buildings and other essentials on-site infrastructure like the waste holding bays, sewage treatment plants, and development of socio-economic and civic infrastructure such as basic schools, clinic, and shops. If you were to add this, 68 million to $46 million, it takes you to $114 million needed to complete a project that has already cost us $198 million. So in effect, you need $312 million to complete the Saglemi housing project based on what we are being told. Now, if you complete 1,500 units, at $312 million, okay? $312 million. If you divide that by 1,500, that means that on the average, you are meant to spend $208,000 for a unit of a house. That's on the average. I'm doing average analysis.
And this is cost of production.
Yes.
That's not even how much you sell it for.
That's cost of production. Maybe government can choose to do a few things. We're told in this country that the average salary of the Ghanaian is about 3,000 Ghana cedis a month within the public sector. So 3,000 Ghana cedis within a month. And if you were to look at this $208,000 multiplied by 11.5 today, it takes you to 2,392,000 Ghana cedis.
For one apartment.
Now, look at this carefully. So I'm going to do something for you. So the average Ghanaian earns 3,000, okay? Now the 3,000 Ghana cedis multiplied by, 12 takes you to 36,000, okay? So do the 2,300,000. Right? Divided by 36. It will take you 36,000. It takes you 63 working years. Who works for 63?
That is if you are even spending all your salary on just your mortgage.
But if I were to go according to our national housing policy, and the national housing policy says that you must not spend more than a third of your salary, more than 30% of your salary on this thing. So let's do the calculation simply and say, a third of, this takes you to 12,000. So look at the 2 million. Okay, let me just make it 2 million Ghana cedis divided by 12,000. Okay, divided by 12,000. And you see that you'd have to work for 166 years to be able to get houses that were promised are affordable. But of course, that's not all.
Saglemi.
But that's not all, because the government can actually decide that having taken a loan, and so we could decide that we would sell it cheaply. And so that's it. But that's just by way of
and then make a loss.
Yes, government can make a loss for the public good.
But nobody spends $200 and something thousand per unit to build apartment blocks. Nobody, especially not out in Saglemi. This is not in cantonments where the cost of the land might even come in. No. Saglemi. No. I'm sorry, but you don't do that. Anyway, we'll talk.
Can I share Luke 28 with you guys just real quick?
Okay.
Luke 28, right? I'm reading. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay, and this is 29, for if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, this person began to build and wasn't able to finish. That's the word of God.
That's Luke 14:28.
When did the BEC people write religion?
Yesterday.
Okay.
RME.
I hope this question, I hope said to you. Anyway, look, BEC is coming up. And obviously, it's going on
today.
Yes, integrated science today. All the best to all these young ones who are facing it together. Look, I remember when I had to write exams.
Language.
Yes, I remember when I had to write exams. Ghanaian language was one of my favorite subjects. My mother taught it, so I was quite good at it. When you have to face exams, one of the big things I used to do, which worked for me, is that the night before, I don't learn. All I do is I try to write out, or I try to reproduce as much of what I've been learning as possible.
Right.
I see how much I can remember and write down. It's a writing exercise for me. And at the end of it, I know that this is the sum total of what I know. And when I go in there, this is what I can work with. And I try. It works for me. At least it makes sure that I consolidate what I've read and reproduce it. What are your exam tips? I'd love for you to share them. Use the hashtag JoySMS. And let's see if we can help these young ones to do their best in these BEC.
All the best with it. Forget what happened yesterday. You wrote yesterday, the day's gone. You finish with that. Today is what you should concentrate on.
And maybe in advising them to forget what happened yesterday, some may not have excelled yesterday by their own standards. Of course, you are not the examiner, but you probably may say, I didn't do well according to my standards. That notwithstanding, today presents you another opportunity to right the wrongs of yesterday, not by cheating, but like Ojo says, just try to remember everything. Just be calm. For a lot of you, you're writing a major exam for the first time, and so many of you could be tense. I mean, you're going into this exam and you're asking yourself, what happens if I don't pass it? Some of you actually get in there, and sometimes you're shaking. I've seen a lot of students writing BEC and shaking. We also, in our time, we're shaking at the time.
Some of us still do shake.
But today, if I am supposed to go and write an exam, I would go in knowing that, I mean, I have done all my preparation. I will pass. Please, you've prepared, okay? Just a bit of finishing touches. Around this morning, you could be you just try to remember all the things that you've learned, okay? Just try to remember all the things that you've learned. Have a better understanding of all the things that you've learned over the period, how you can apply them when the questions are asked you in the exam. Please and please, don't cheat. We want to produce the best of students, but not ones who cheat.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think 4 persons were arrested yesterday.
Oh, already?
Yeah, already. And that figure could go up. That's what John Kappa said.
Yeah. We don't want this to be the character of these exams, okay? All right, so stay tuned. It's the Super Morning Show. In a moment, the UPSA Point of Law series, and then we'll kick it off with the nutrition line.
All right, so this is the UPSA Law School Point of Law series today from Section 96 3ACI of the Public Financial Management Act 2016. Here we go. It says any person who promises, offers, or gives money or any other valuable consideration to another person acting in an office connected with the procurement or control of government stores with the intent to influence a decision of that person commits an offense. I'll take it again. Any person who promises, offers, or gives money or any other valuable consideration to another person acting in an office connected with the procurement or control of government stores with the intent to influence a decision of that person commits an offense. That's our UPSA Law School Point of Law series today.
All right, now mark your calendars for an incredible event happening on Saturday, the 12th of August At all Toyota Ghana branches in Accra and Tema, Toyota Ghana is offering free vehicle diagnosis for all Toyota and Lexus models. Yeah, all of them. Join them for a day filled with exciting offers, including affordable oil change using Toyota Genuine Motor Oil, thorough 60-point inspection, free diagnostics, discounted genuine Toyota spare parts and lubricants, vehicle valuation for a trade-in or cashback deal, Toyota Global Airbag Recall Campaign inspections, and listen, don't miss out on this. Make your way to any Toyota Ghana branch in Accra or Tema on Saturday the 12th of August and unlock incredible benefits for your vehicle. For more details, call 0302 429 801 to 5. Okay, so 802 803 804 805. Toyota, superior quality.
And here's fantastic news for people who live and work at Amasaman. Ghana's largest privately owned bank, Fidelity Bank, has opened a brand new branch at Amasaman. Now we're closer to you than ever. Visit our new branch today along the Amasaman Highway after the Amasaman Total Service Station, Amasaman, to enjoy top-notch banking services and experience superior customer service in a delightful and invited environment. We look forward to serving you. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
So let me introduce you to the Sukasa Granson Communities Affordable Luxury Housing Project, which is now rolling out its affordable housing unit on sale for its 3-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $97,500 or its prevalent city equivalent, and its 4-bedroom unit with an outhouse starting at $195,000 or its prevalent city equivalent. We offer you various convenient payment options, and our projects are presently at East Legon Hills and our Mensa sites. We're located at Lagos Avenue in East Legon. Call us now on 0302960865 or WhatsApp us on 0553697886 for your enquiries. You can also reach us via email at info@sukasa.com.gh or on all our social media handles as SukasaGH. Sukasa, building on trust.
All right, now don't forget to go to kingdomstoreonline.com and check out all the new stuff from Kingdom Books and Stationery. They will deliver to you in your home or office. You can pay for whatever you like via Momo, and you get free delivery if you're in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Question: what does wealth mean to you? Do you want to live like a tycoon? Remember, who's got the mullah got the power. Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Pick up your phones, tablets, and computers and download the Game Pack Games app on Play Store. You can also play on our website at gamepackgames.com or by dialing *946# on all networks. Just choose 4 numbers from 0 to 19. It's easy to play and it's easy to win. Game Pack Games, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. *946#.
You know, it's July already and the year is half spent, but there's still a lot more to do. Your shopping list is still long, but cash no day. SG Ghana is here to sort you out with its Pay and Earn Visa Cashback promo. Yes, you heard right. Simply pay for all your shopping with your SG Ghana Visa card at your favorite shops, and you'll get an attractive cashback for even more shopping. Move fast and look sharp. Start shopping today. If you're not a customer, sign up now and get a card. Call 0302-214-314 to find out. Promo ends in September 2023. Remember, with Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. But hey, terms and conditions do apply.
All right, time for the nutrition line from Nestle. And of course, they offer good food for a good life.
Try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. How are you feeling? Are you well and strong? Have you got that beautiful smile on your face? This is Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajelisoa. Please smile. On today's edition of Nestle Nutrition Line, we're discussing some benefits of breastfeeding. First of all, breast milk is absolutely free, and you don't have to spend any money to provide your baby with all the nourishment they need for the first 6 months. Secondly, exclusive breastfeeding could be an effective means of natural birth control if you meet certain conditions. These include having to breastfeed exclusively regularly throughout the day and night and not using bottles. When you exclusively breastfeed your baby, it leads to the release of a hormone called prolactin, which suppresses other hormones which trigger ovulation, and this is the mechanism by which pregnancy is delayed. Exclusively breastfed babies also respond better to immunizations they receive against polio, tetanus, etc. Finally, breastfeeding a baby is such a powerfully emotional bonding experience between mother and baby that nothing else can replace. If you have any questions regarding breastfeeding, visit your nearby child welfare clinic and speak to the nurses. They have lots of experience and they will help you. This is where I leave you for today, but I've got my big eye on you, watching you, making sure you do only the things which are good for you, body, mind, and soul. Remember, you've only got the one body, so take good care of it. And while you take care of your body, please reach out. A phone call or two is all we need to keep the conversations going in the name of health and total wellness. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 120001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS or call, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The numbers are 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also email consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. No matter how tough the going gets, remember you're tougher and you've got to keep going. Keep moving, keep walking, keep pushing, keep climbing, keep shining, keep smiling, and have a lovely day. Bye.
Having your baby try out different tastes and flavors isn't just about giving them a change of taste. This helps to develop their palate and prepares them better for accepting varieties of adult food as they grow. So go ahead and try any of our 6 Cerelac variants, that is wheat, maize, rice, biscuity, fruit pieces, and millet. Remember, each bowl of Cerelac contains goodness that helps your child's normal growth and development. Cerelac, it's all good, Mum. This advert is FDA approved.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest-earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide, high credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100, or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Whether I'm passing by the food market, visiting the salon, or filling up my tank for a spontaneous adventure with old friends in a new city, when asked, cash or card, it's always card for me. I switched from cash to card for all my payments with MasterCard. Now I get to do what I enjoy with ease.
Switch from cash to card for all your payments with MasterCard. MasterCard, the secure and convenient way to pay.
1xBet jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
All right then, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa Pefi.
And Franco Trading Enterprise is your leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlet. Now you can purchase items such as Nokia, Samsung, iPhones, smart TVs ranging from 32 inches to 55 inches, tabletop fridges, Franco air conditioners ranging from 1.5 HP to 2.5 HP, and CCTV camera. Look, all other mobile phone brands and accessories from all our shops nationwide, you can get them at up to 40% discount on all our digital platform. But please note that do not pick any Franco Trading number on Google. Call us on 0246 422 338, 0246 422 338, or 0555 939311, or download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, or you can visit our website at francotrading.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa.
I've got a belated happy birthday to Messi Nana Ama Mensah, Esquire of Kimathi and Partners. May you live long to fulfill all your heart desires. And this is from Ransford Adabraka to you.
Okay, happy birthday to Serana Sweetie Ashong of North Kaneshi. It's a belated one. May God bless you. It's from Issa Moni. This one says, happy birthday to the most special person in my life, the love of my life, my heart, and my joy. It's from your wife, Ophelia, supply manager at Mamubi General Hospital. Your kids, Marcella, Michael, Sweetie, Jojo, and Irifwa. They all wish you a happy birthday. We don't have a name for this birthday man. Please, this one goes to Mr. John Kwesendadze, Revenue Protection Manager of ECG Western Region. Oh, that's who it is. Johnny Daze, that's his birthday today. Oh, fantastic. Okay, happy birthday to Mr. Michael Yeboah, a.k.a. YB. That's a belated one, of St. Mary's Catholic Church. Okay, that means I'm done.
Well, let me just wish a belated happy birthday to Robert Shre of Goyle, PR manager of Goyle. His birthday was over the weekend.
Yes. That's nice.
Belated happy
birthday to you, Robert. And also, let me say good morning to our very good friend Nana Haddon. Nana Haddon, good morning.
All right, nice one.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Isaac Amoyao, Nana K. Jesse Jr., Eunice Foley, Miss Kozi A.B., Abdul La Dan Hassan, David Edupoku, Chairman. Chairman Esian's birthday is today. Happy birthday to Chairman of Chairman. Nana Kutin Amo and Dominic Chremetia. Happy birthday to all of you.
And finally, a happy birthday to Aisha to Hamza. My mate from JSS. Today is your birthday, Aisha to Hamza. So enjoy your day.
All right.
Happy birthday.
The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future. 1xBet, your reliable bookmaker, and DSTV. It's your moment.
Now, here's a new world of doing business. We want you to be part of it. Your business shouldn't be left out. It's time to get a Momo for Business today to accept payment from over 15 million Momo customers. All you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. Applying to be MTN Momo merchants has been made simple and fast. You just have to dial *5051# and follow the prompt, or apply online at momomerchantsapplication.mtn.com.gh. You'll receive a reference number which you can use to track your application. So don't get caught waiting. Enjoy secure transactions and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free. Do not pay any money to anyone for a merchant payment solution. Report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app available on Play Store and App Store.
So do you lead a corporate business, a global subsidiary, or run the affairs of a small or medium enterprise? Well, as a key decision maker in your business, we know you want to make payments seamlessly and access real-time transaction data, whether you're at work or on the go. Well, Standard Chartered provides the digital key to help unlock your business potential. That key is Straight to Bank, a single access end-to-end digital platform that helps you manage the needs of your business on the go. View transactions, pay your business partners and government institutions through Ghana.gov, facilitate real-time payments and collections with the latest encryption technology and security. Elevate your banking experience today with Straight to Bank, our award-winning digital banking platform powering payroll, cash management, trade and securities. You can always bank on us. Kindly email premierservice.gh@sc.com to sign up today.
Now you can secure your life and that of your loved ones just by dialing *1890# to join the Allianz Life family and experience true peace of mind. You can buy and pay for your life insurance, pay premiums on an existing account, check your balance, withdraw your insurance savings, initiate claims, and receive payment promptly. All this just by dialing *1890#. Follow Allianz Life on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram on @Allianz Life Ghana. For more information, call Allianz Life Insurance on 0302 267 892 or just go to their website, Allianz-GH. Allianz Life, we secure your future.
That's right. Good morning, all of you. Good morning, Coach. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahir Fentio. Coming up this morning,
another dramatic penalty shootout in this wonderful World Cup, and England prevail 4-2 on penalties.
Yeah, England scraped through a dramatic FIFA Women's World Cup game against Nigeria. A wrap of yesterday's games as well as a preview of today's ahead in the bulletin. But first, Kumasi Asante Kotoko head coach Prosper Nate Ogum has hinted a possible overhaul of the current playing body ahead of the new season. Yesterday, Ogum was unveiled for a second stint as the club's new head coach, having left them only last year. He says a full assessment of the current squad will be done to determine which players meet their standard.
First year is going to be used to put the team together. We need to put together a very formidable team, very respectable team that can compete on the local and international front. Within this year, would want to look at the players that we are going to have now and then look at those we can use in the subsequent years, because we want to build a team that will be consistent, that will be repetitive in performance. What this means is that we are going to have a game model where the youth team, which is key to this program, this is my second coming, would also play in the same way.
That's Prosper Nate there. Former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah has also been unveiled as the club's technical director. And he, of course, has stated that the club should not expect any form of success in the next 3 years. Ogum himself, as well as Kwesi Appiah, have not been giving any time duration on their contracts. In other words, they're working perpetually as permanent employees. Nana Apinkra Ewa is a member of Kotoko's interim management committee, and he's vowed to rework the club's public image and brand. According to him, the head coach and the playing body will be positioned to be the face of the team and not management team members.
Now, from henceforth, the new face of Kotoko is going to be the flag, and behind the flag is the coach. Kotoko is going to be the coach and the team. It's no more going to be officials who we will be working behind the scenes to support him. Whatever questions you have, anything you have to do is the team, the coach, and the playing body.
All right, let's move it on. Head coach of Division 1 League side, Okoye United, Prince Owusu, he says his side will need to be up for the task if they are to make a positive impression next season. The Nkoko-based team secured promotion to the Division 1 League after 6 years and are aiming for a return to the Ghana Premier League next season. Owusu, however, believes the level of competition in the Division 1 will require his team to be at their best.
It's going to be a little bit tougher than the one we had in the Division 2 because local first, it's a little bit tougher. I know it myself because I've coached there with Vision before. It's much different with the second division. The second division games, sometimes on the technical side, we will adapt something. It will take a longer period for the other opponent coach to realize it. But when it comes to the local first division, the coaches there, some are very good. And they'll pick it up maybe in 2 minutes or something. So in 2 minutes, you have to change it again. So you have to work harder to make sure that, you overcome or you be ahead of the other coach.
Prince Owusu was speaking in an interview there with TV3. Now, West Africa Football Academy, also known as WAFA, they have officially sent a written notification to the Ghana Football Association to inform them of their decision to withdraw from the Division 1 League. The club, among other reasons, explained the current change of policy direction to fully focus on developing young football talents through the academy system in the Volta region. They become the second club in as many months to withdraw from competing in Ghana's second-tier competition after Liberty Professionals also gave up their slot 2 months ago. Eric Alajidede is general manager of Ghana Premier League side in Swatreman and a Ghana football expert. He explains why clubs are opting against competing at the top level of Ghana football.
It's primarily because of the fact that, one, the returns coming in our football are not attractive enough. Number two, they feel that they are wasting too much money playing at the top flight and there is nothing in return. Obviously, what it means is that even clubs at the third division and the second division are selling players directly to Europe. So why can't they just go back to the state of molding the players and getting them ready for European market? We've seen the likes of Mohamed Kudus, straight from Right to Dream, who do not play at the top flight. They don't play in the first division. They only compete at the second division level. We've seen all these players, Nuama and the likes, all these boys coming out, Kamal Dean and co, coming through Norgerland. From Right to Dream, straight away they go to Norgerland and boom, within 2-3 years, they're exceptional players in Europe. So why can't WAFA do it? Eric
Alajidede. Now, Ghanaian striker Doris Boedua has left Hazakas Ladies to join Serbian side ZFK Spartak Subotica after a successful run with the Hasma Ladies. The 20-year-old Boedua ends her 4-year run with Hazakas after joining the team in 2019, and she played a key role in fortifying the team's dominance in the Ghanaian football space. Meanwhile, Ajax Amsterdam have issued a 2-day ultimatum to Brighton and Hove Albion to wrap up a deal for Mohamed Kudus. According to journalist Tim van Dusen, who writes for Dutch football magazine Football International, the Dutch club wants the deal completed within the next 48 hours or be called off. Now, back home, the ongoing Ni Aye Ventures Football League in Pram Pram has entered the elimination stage with 4 teams expected to compete against each other. The game between Team Red and Peace Lovers on Sunday concluded the preliminary stage of the league. Ni Hasim Mate of Pram Pram-based YouTube channel Pram City TV has more on the teams that have qualified so far.
Coming Sunday, the final four for the ongoing futsal league in Pram Pram. For the first group, we had Donzigi qualifying. They were actually the first team to qualify for the last 4. So Donzigi qualified with 6 points, and then they were followed by Obama FC, which qualified with 4 points. Team Red and Peace Lovers came 3rd and 4th respectively, and they weren't able to qualify. Now, when you come to the second group, you have Inter Pram Pram qualifying with 3 points, Celestia FC qualifying also with 3 points.
Very interesting names in that futsal league going on in Pram Pram. Very innovative competition played on dirt pitches across Pram Pram. And Sabote and his people doing some really good work. But let's do women's football now.
So this to win it for England. It's Chloe Kelly who got the winning goal in the European Championship final against Germany to spark those celebrations. Another here. You bet. England have been given an enormous scare by a tremendous display from Nigeria. Another dramatic penalty shootout in this wonderful World Cup, and England prevail 4-2 on penalties.
Yeah, that's right. England, they scraped through to the quarterfinals of the Women's World Cup with a dramatic penalty shootout victory over Nigeria despite Lauren James's red card. Georgia Stanway fired wide with the opening penalty, but Nigeria missed their next 2 efforts, and the European champions secured their spot in the last 8 when Chloe Kelly smashed in the winning kick. An emotional Serena Wigman, the England coach, said the victory shows the togetherness of her team.
Lots of things up to my head. But the first thing is that we stuck together as a team. Of course, it was a very, very hard game. Then we had a red card. Then we stuck together. We made it through the extra time, and we won the penalties. How we did that as a team, and how the team, just went going. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, so England through now. Co-host Australia are also through with a clinical win over Denmark in the last 16 at the packed stadium there in Australia. The game ended 2-0. Caitlin Ford put the Matildas ahead in the 29th minute before Haley Russell added a second in the 70th minute to wrap up the win. Australia coach Tony Gustafsson praised his team for overcoming enormous pressure to progress.
That the players once again managed to play the game in front of us. Right in that moment, the composure. We were under a lot of pressure in that first half. They came out with a new shape 4-4-2, pressed us high, got dispossessed a couple of times, but we didn't get rattled. The team is very matured in playing tournament football and just find a way to win.
Australia will face either France or Morocco in the last 8 on Saturday. Those two play at 11 a.m. this morning. And the BBC's Katie Smith in Melbourne says the game is difficult to predict.
Both of these sides have had a mixed bag of results. France started their tournament pretty poorly against Jamaica. Morocco were absolutely thrashed by Germany 6-0, and then were part of their downfall in the end. It was their their win that knocked Germany out in the end. These two sides, they have kind of an interesting history. The Morocco coach, Renaud Pedros, used to be the manager at Lyon, so he knows the French squad incredibly well. I think it's going to be tight. Morocco, let's remember, Isaac, the only debutante team here still left in. They have nothing to lose.
That's the BBC's Katie Smith. England will face the winner of Colombia versus Jamaica, which kicks off at 8 a.m. this morning. The Jamaicans are the best defensive side in the tournament. The only side yet to concede a goal, but they've also scored the least number of goals so far, just the one. Before we go, some transfer news. Tottenham Hotspur have rejected Bayern Munich's latest offer for Harry Kane, but Bayern had hoped to agree a deal for the England skipper, but it's understood that two sides remain apart in the evaluation of the 30-year-old. Meanwhile, Brazil forward Neymar has told PSG he wants to leave this summer. Dramatic stuff at PSG. Good news for them, though. They've signed Portugal striker Goncalo Ramos from Benfica on a season-long loan deal. And that's all the latest from the world of sports here on the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio. There's always more sports on our website, myjoyonline.com/sports.
You don't want to be my Lauren James, do you?
I don't want to get sent off.
All right.
I don't want to get sent off.
Okay.
I get that analogy pretty well.
All right. So that will be it for sports, I guess.
That is it for sports.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Fence. There's more sports on myjoyonline.com. Go check it out. It's the Super Morning Show live here on Joy 99.7 FM, and our social media messages always brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. Number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, and GTP lifestyle. Now, the EcoBank salary account is a special account designed for workers of all income brackets desirous of receiving their salaries through EcoBank. With the EcoBank salary account, you're guaranteed all the benefits of a normal savings or current account, plus many more. EcoBank salary account gives workers free life insurance cover of up to 10,000 Ghana cedis, also 24/7 access to cash and e-banking services, internet and mobile banking services, high interest on savings, no minimum balance, ability to save through the EcoBank Save As You Spend, which is a unique feature that helps customers to save and invest. Remember, the insurance policy covers death, permanent, temporary disability, critical illness, hospitalization, retrenchment, and more. Savings or current account holders at EcoBank do not have to close their existing account to enjoy the numerous benefits of the EcoBank salary account. Just ask your branch to switch your existing account to the EcoBank salary account. Non-EcoBank account holders should approach any EcoBank branch and ask for the EcoBank salary account. Switch your salary account today and enjoy amazing benefits at EcoBank. And to get in touch with EcoBank, here's the toll-free number 0800 003 225. Reach out whenever, wherever for further details. And remember, EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
Oh, yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy them. In my branding check. Branding check. In my branding check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
The estimates they provided for off-site infrastructure alone, we needed $46 million to provide off-site infrastructure. Now, apart from that, there are on-site works. Okay, these 1,005 units that are at various stages of completion. In fact, some had deteriorated, needed to fix some of them and all that. The estimate was that from AESL, you needed almost, it was $29 million.
And that's Works and Housing Minister telling us what it would take to complete the Saglemi Housing Project. Remember that we have about 1,500 units standing unoccupied. And the simple question we're asking here on the Super Morning Show today is, why is it difficult for governments to complete affordable housing schemes in Ghana? And why are they even affordable in the first place? Let's look at this project in Pokwase now. This is the National Affordable Housing Project in Pokwase. And a studio is $13,800 US. One bedroom is $20,700 US. Two bedroom is $34,500 US. Three bedroom, $42,550 US. Is that affordable? You tell us. 055-111-1997. That's our WhatsApp number. We will share details of Ghana's housing deficit with you here on the Super Morning Show today. Our big stories brought to us by Vodafone. Further together, latest from your partner for life. Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience. Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. More of that here on the Super Morning Show.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Absolutely. It's always your best bets. And it's 8 o'clock. We have to go for the Joy Business Minute. Is brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. CBG, we stand with you. Here's the Joy Business Minutes.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Magdan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution. Holders of the domestic dollar bonds and cocoa bills now have more time to decide on whether to participate in the debt exchange program. Government has extended the deadline for closing the offer for these two financial instruments. The Ghana cedi will remain stable this week, although improved U.S. labor data may pose some depreciatory pressures. Foreign exchange flows are expected to improve due to selling pressures from the service sector and the interbank player. The Ghana Revenue Authority is projecting 1.2 billion cedis annually as taxes from lottery and gambling activity in its first year of implementation. And elsewhere, a senior official at the Federal Reserve in the U.S. is pushing back against growing hopes on Wall Street that the central bank could be nearly done raising interest rates. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Magdan Aviation, your dependable private aviation solution.
Super Morning Show.
Thanks to Daryl and the business team for bringing us the Joy Business Minute. Every weekday, we're grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you. They make it possible for us to bring you the Joy Business Minute. Our big story is brought to you by Vodafone. Further together, latest from your partner for life, Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience. And of course, Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, definitely more than banking. Why is it difficult for governments to complete affordable housing schemes in Ghana? And are they even really affordable? Think about it. One studio going for a little over 13,000 USD. How affordable is that? Who are the targets, really? All that coming up here on the Super Morning Show today. Now, let's talk about Vodafone demo promotion. Have you won something yet? Well, that's because you haven't taken part in the challenge. So let's talk about how you can win something amazing from Vodafone. First of all, don't miss the opportunity to cash out in the demo promotion. All you need to do is purchase airtime or bundle with 5 Ghana cedis or more and receive up to 20% cash back in your Vodafone Cash wallet. That's it. Demo. And here's how you can win some Samsung phones and earbuds. There's a dance challenge ongoing. It's the Vodafone Demo Dance Challenge. Just post a video of yourself on social media dancing to the signature Edemu song and tag Vodafone. And that's all it takes for you to win some amazing Samsung phones and earbuds. Keep reloading in the demo promotion and win big. Remember, Vodafone, further together. And welcome to Belmonte. That's where luxury meets comfort. Now, if you're in the market for a home that combines class, convenience, and comfort, then look no further. It's got to be Belmonte, developed by CPL. It's located in the prime East Legon areas off Lagos Avenue. The Belmonte stylish apartment offers first-class luxury and cutting-edge finishing. Whether you're looking for an executive studio suite, a cozy one-bedroom apartment, a spacious two-bedroom apartment, or a custom villa, we've got you covered. Belmonte also offers a range of top-notch facilities to relax and keep you entertained. So why wait? Why are you waiting? Why have you waited? You've heard me talk about Belmonte. You still haven't called them. Please take the first step towards your dream home. Sign up for their 3-year payment plan and own your own property today. Contact them using these numbers: 0204 343 011 or 02043. No, that's 020-4343-015. That's how to get through to Belmonte, which is developed by CPL. Please call them. Get a deal going. This is Joy 99.7 FM, and this is the Super Morning Show. I shared a memory verse today and somebody's asking for me to repeat it. So I am going to do exactly that. That's Luke 14, 28 to 30. Taking inspiration from our own finance minister, here we go. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, "This person began to build and wasn't able to finish." That is the word of God.
Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's demo promo. See, anytime you recharge a demo, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you use my Vodafone app or any payment app. However you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back into your Vodafone cash account. We'll reload it, but then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
When you're the four, would you want money seek free amanone? And now one money seek amanone. Any Beka customers and pimpima will win a chedia one swallow access bank at chedia promo no. A bribia babura access bank and crabata BM. Eco disika money who do mabia a free 500 Ghana cedis aircraft. Who bet me winning surprises a hood one movie. So Western Union and a money gramba with trimua. Ma access bank in bra with trim. So a man seek cancel beto access bank account mu direct there. A ye free. Freto free 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant, and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from latex foam. There is so much choice, whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Nyamidia Apartments, the first master plan community in Ghana, is offering a 20% discount on all units. 2 and 3 bedroom apartments ready to move in today. Strategically located a short drive from the Tema Motorway roundabout towards Community 25. Call us now and the first 10 will get an additional 5% discount. Use the promo code Nyamidia23. Terms and conditions apply. Contact number 0551 435 555. Nyamidia Apartments, affordable luxury homes for everyone.
You know, I still haven't told my husband. I'm afraid of his reaction.
Oh, I thought you said you would try to disclose your HIV positive status to him on your birthday.
I wanted to, but never got round to it. It just did not seem like the right time to say it.
Don't you want him to go and test to know his status too?
Of course I do. I am just afraid of his reaction. I am afraid he will walk out on me and quit the marriage.
But you can't be too sure of that.
You know, the other day, when he heard HIV in the news, he referred to it as a bad disease. And I know a couple of people whose partners deserted them because they tested positive for HIV.
But it is also important for him to test for HIV and start antiretroviral medication if he is HIV positive.
So what should I do now?
Why don't we ask your HIV counselor at the facility for advice? Come on, let us call her and find out how best to disclose your HIV status to your husband and also get him to test for HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ghana AIDS Commission.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success.
Joy 99.7 FM.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success.
Coffee in your
As always, yeah. I love that Antiata song.
Daddy Lumba and Ofurian Ponsa.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a great one.
It is. Listen, if you're following us on social media, on Twitter, all of that, if you really like somebody and you know the person's mother's name, dedicate Antiata to them. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Let's see your in-laws getting some props from you today. The mother of your loved ones, dedicate a song to them. Use the hashtag JoySMS. All right. So today on the Super Morning Show,
the estimates they provided for off-site infrastructure alone, we needed $46 million to provide off-site infrastructure. Now, apart from that, there are on-site works. Okay, these 1,005 units that are at various stages of completion. In fact, some had deteriorated, needed to fix some of them and all that. The estimate was that from AESL, you needed almost $29 million.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yeah, all right. So that's the housing minister giving a little bit of the explanation that he has given to us about why this government is not completing the Saglemi project, has not completed the Saglemi project. Okay, he gave an exclusive interview to Elton John Bruby, and this is a bit of it. We'll bring you more of what he said and try and understand why this government and the government before it was unable to complete one housing project in Saglemi. All right, we'll give you a bit of a history and the need for housing projects in Ghana, our attempts to solve our housing deficit over the years, and then we'll narrow it down to Saglemi and look into the future as well. That's all coming up. But we know you guys are getting ready to write your exams by now. You're getting into your exam halls and settling down and getting your stationery and pens and pencils and everything ready to get into this integrated science paper. Listen, once again, don't forget that at this point, you've learned all you can learn. It's just a matter of producing what you know in a way that gets you the marks. Okay, pay attention, read the instructions for every single question. Take your time and read those instructions. It makes all the difference. Okay, read them, understand what you're being asked to do, and then do it to the absolute best of your ability. Okay, that's all you are asked of. Okay, that's all you're being asked to do. A few tweets have been coming through, people's suggestions and exam tips, right?
Yes, Kujo. I mean, the people have been telling us how they were able to do it. So, for instance, Akalika says, I wrote in 2015. We repeated the 2000 history. We had to write twice. At Kwabena Frimpong says he wrote in 2008. And we spoiled our mathematical set and pens forgetting. We will continue in high school. One of those things, once you're done with junior high school, the excitement makes you believe that is the end of the world. Etonam Somo says, in 2008, my index number was 54 and 53 was the last number in the previous hall. That means I'm the first in the next hall at the entrance, exactly where our invigilators sat. So I wrote my BC with God and my invigilators. That's normal, isn't it? This one says, I wrote in 2002 and we had to write some of the papers again. Accra Academy was my center and ended up getting admission there. That's at Baba_Garba. Yes, I remember that in 2002 my younger brother was writing then, so they had to go back and write some of the papers again. At U_Deb says 2004, one question in the maths paper was wrong. Free marks for any candidate who attempted that question. Oh, I see. I see. Somebody says, that's at Abednego Delali says, answer questions that you have the full capability of answering first, then the difficult ones later. So that's his tip. Particularly when it gets to core maths, for those who have specialized in the graphs, specialized in the graphs. So when you go in, having specialized in the bag, chart and everything, you start with that one. Then you move on to the other ones.
The ones that you are not so good at.
You're not so good Yes, so that's something you can do. So when you start, if a question is difficult, move on to see if you can answer the next question. And after answering questions that you can answer easily, go back to answer the questions that were difficult earlier. I'm sure by then you would have been relaxed, you'd have been calm, and then you'll be able to answer, these questions. But talking about reading the questions carefully, I remember in our time, one person I think didn't read the instructions carefully. So when we got out of the room, she was crying. A lot of the people, did well in that subject. She didn't do well because sometimes you just, would miss a point. Because you're in a hurry. You want to get everything done quickly. And you don't get an instruction right. And that's your end. Okay, so just feel relaxed, like we just said. You've learnt everything already. This is now time for you to show the whole world and show your examiner how good you are. Feel free.
Exactly.
And pass.
Relax. Don't worry about what's happening around you. Let people do what they are doing. You came with a mission. Get it done. And let's go home. All right. Okay, so listen, in a moment, we're breaking down our housing problem and why it seems no government can solve it. Open the door into your dream house. There's no feeling quite like returning home after a business day at work. That feeling you get hearing the key turn in the lock to open the door and walk into your own little piece of paradise. Well, with a mortgage from ABSA, you get to enjoy that feeling over and over again in your own home. If you're a salaried worker, you can borrow up to 5 million Ghana cedis at a fixed or variable interest rate and pay back your loan over a period of 20 years. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh. That's Africanacity, that's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
So Safari Valley Eco Park has introduced the Safari Wildlife Experience by creating an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife such as zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and many others, where everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures at a starting price of 250 Ghana cedis and free for children up to 6 years. It's only an hour's drive from Accra. It opens from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 059 6914 394.
Now experience the excellence and global recognition of a British education combined with convenience and affordability at Lancaster University, Ghana. Expand your horizons and elevate your career prospects with a British degree delivered right to your doorstep. Apply now and embark on a transformative educational journey that will shape your future. Admissions are currently open for the October 2023 cohort. For more information, go to lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact them via email. It's admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call 030-221-8981 or 020-960-7008. Lancaster University, Ghana is the only British university campus in West Africa.
And the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, the U.S. Embassy in Ghana, U.S. Commercial Service, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and then the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C. will from August 10 to 11 host the 2023 U.S. Ghana Business Expo at the Labadi Beach Hotel from 9 a.m. each day. Held under the theme Leveraging U.S.-Ghana Trade Relations for Growth and Prosperity, the expo will feature keynote addresses from senior government of Ghana and U.S. officials and a panel discussion on pertinent issues that will prioritize opportunities to form new partnerships between U.S. and Ghanaian companies. The Trade Pavilion will have over 40 companies showcasing visiting U.S. companies, trade associations, and local companies from various industries. Visit amchamghana.org. So amchamghana.org to register for free admission. This expo is sponsored by Delta Airlines, Cosmos Energy, Avis Ghana Cargill, and All Star Insurance Brokers.
All right then. So it's about time we got into this issue, okay? What on earth went down at Saglemi? How have successive governments failed to even attempt to address the affordable housing issue? When we come back, we dig deep after these.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. On our arrival, we were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through an orientation on how best to enjoy the experience. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park. We saw zebras, sable antelopes, crown cranes, maras, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponies, and so many animals. We watched the animals roam freely in their natural habitat, undisturbed by our presence. Our tour guide told us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing. Then we took a break to have lunch in the beauty of the open space. All of this fun and activities for a starting price of 250 cedis, and it's free for children below 6 years. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before our sunset dinner by the campfire. We've had a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait to visit again. Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Get ready for Teenpreneurship 2023 by Albert and Comfort Okran.
This year's non-residential boot camp will introduce participating teenagers 12 to 17 years to the fundamentals of coding and robotics, technology, fashion, agribusiness, and cinematography.
Dates: Monday the 14th to Friday the 18th of August 2023. Time: it's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. Venue: Osu Ebenezer Presby Hall.
There'll be games, aerobics, an industrial trip on Thursday, and an ice cream party to close on Friday.
Send your ward's full name to Springboard through the WhatsApp line 055-153-5533 or complete the registration form on any of the Springboard social media pages.
Indicate your ward's reasonable accommodation needs if he or she is a person with disabilities. Teenpreneurship 2023 is an initiative of Springboard Roadshow Foundation in collaboration with Mastercard Foundation and Limehouse under the Ghana Grows Program.
Ago Ghana. Are you struggling to pay your huge rent advance? Do you wish to pay your rent on monthly basis? Then good news is here. The government of Ghana has introduced the National Rental Assistance Scheme to help Ghanaians, especially the youth, pay for their rent on a monthly basis. To qualify, an applicant must show proof of the following minimum requirements. Be a Ghanaian, possess a valid Ghana card. You must be an adult of 18 years and above, have a verifiable employment or earned income. To apply, visit www.nras.gov.gh. The scheme is currently operational in the following regions: Greater Accra Region, Ashanti Region, Eastern Region, Western Region, Bono East Region, and the Northern Region. For further inquiries, contact 0551 341 515 or 0550 408 879. National Rental Assistance Scheme, making renting accessible for all.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
It does get better anytime your favorite shop, Melcom, says it's there for you and got you covered with all your daily need items. Continue shopping on products ranging from groceries, stationery, electronics, homeware, kitchenware, furniture, home decor, electricals, and many more at low prices. Terms and conditions apply. Melcom, where Ghana shops.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
conversation. Saglemi, an albatross. That really should have been a solution to a big problem. We're going to figure it out together. But first, let me say a big good morning to all of you who have joined us. If you are in the Asante region, we appreciate you choosing Love 99.5 FM. Choose it every day, all right? That's how you get the Super Morning Show. If you're in the Central region, then of course your choice is ATL FM on 100.5 megahertz. Thank you for making the time to be with us this morning. Okay, so listen, we will help you understand how we got here so that you can decide for yourself whether we're doing the right thing or not. Ghana has been in need of affordable housing for a very long time, and we started making attempts to solve that problem quite some time ago, didn't we, Winston?
Exactly, Kujo. I mean, right after independence and all, even in the Second Republic, we've had attempts at, solving our housing challenges. In fact, for many of you who grew in the cities, you probably may have heard of the low-cost houses. So these low-cost houses were attempts at getting workers of government houses, were getting people who couldn't afford to build their own houses which were relatively cheaper compared to other houses. Now, in the Fourth Republic over the last 20 years, we've done a few things. Now, bearing in mind that we had a housing deficit of about 1 million, what did we do? In 2006, at the time, under John Agyekum Kufuor, we launched the Affordable Housing Scheme. When I say we, I'm talking about Ghana as a country. Now, these affordable housing schemes were, comprised of houses at Boom. I'm sure many of you remember the Boom, Affordable Housing Scheme. Then you also had the Borteman Affordable Housing Scheme. You also had the Asokore Mampong. But that's not all. There were also lands that were acquired in the Upper West region, Wa, for instance. There were lands that were acquired in Koforidua. Now, the idea was to ensure that since it had become very difficult for a lot of workers to own homes or houses before going on retirement, majority of people went on retirement, and once they get their lump sum, they try to start building houses, then they die even before they complete these houses. So why not get these people to get into affordable housing schemes, which they can own and become home owners? Even when we, amended our pension laws, we stated that we could use our second-tier pensions to actually get mortgages to be able to own homes. The reason was very simple. Now, fast forward that. So this is 2006. By the time Kufuor was leaving office, he had not completed these structures. I'm sure many of you know, the controversy and the scandals that, came up in 2009, where there were allegations of, people buying these houses, even these apartments, even before they were completed. By 2009, there was a new government in place. You had the NDC government led by Professor John Evans Atta Mills. Now, Professor John Evans Atta Mills brought about one housing scheme that I'm sure many of you would remember. Well, if you have forgotten, that is the STX deal. The STX deal talked about building 200,000 houses for $10 billion. 200,000 houses for $10 billion, which meant that on the average, we're going to be spending some $50,000 on a unit of a house. Now, by January 2011, Professor Mills was cutting sod in Tesano for the building of some, some 30,000 housing units for the Ghana Police Service or for the security agencies. At the time, we said we're going to start with them. So we're going to build those houses. Well, as a result of what we were told later was boardroom wranglings, the much touted, much talked about STX deal never saw the light of day. After that, in 2012, in October, Parliament approves the Saglemi Housing Project. Now, the Saglemi Housing Project, at its approval, was supposed to actually construct 5,000 houses or 5,000 apartments, let me put it that way. Now, the loan agreement, from Government of Ghana and Credit Suisse International for a loan amount of $200 million. The construction firm was Constructora OAS Limited. And the loan had a grace period of 2 years, repayment period of 5 years, and a maturity period of 7 years with an interest rate of 12.5%. So projected debt servicing 249.6 million. And these are projections that we got based on the Hansard of Parliament on the day that the agreement was passed. Okay?
Yep.
So just by way of a clarification, you're told that, for instance, now the projected investment is 249.6 million. Now the projected sales proceed. So when we sell these houses, we expected to make some 251.27 million. And so we said that we were going to get a projected profit of 1.8 million. Now at the time, based on our computation from the projected profit and sales and everything, it means that we wanted to sell a housing unit on the average, for $50,200. That's based on the computation of 5,000.
Yeah.
Let me be very categorical. That's because we said we're going to build 5,000 houses. But by end of 2016, we had only started the construction of 1,502. And Kojo, it's instructive. Let me just share with you the 1,502 where we had reached as a people. Okay, this 1,502. So let me just share with you the 1,502 where we've reached. And so we had completed, some 382 bedrooms, and we had 526 houses which are 3 bedrooms, and 764 houses which are 2 bedrooms, and 216 houses which are 1 bedroom houses. Okay, so that's it when it comes to that. But if you look at it, only 1,024 houses were completed. 386 houses which are said to be completed, would need a lot of external work. Some of the houses, if you look at pictures even from the Saglemi area, and if you've been there, not all of the houses have been completed. So after the change in government, we said, we'd need at the time between 32, 35 million. I mean, we'll come back to that later. But long story short, Saglemi housing not inhabited today. The matter is in court. Government says we need $140 million. We'll come back to it.
Right.
Then government decides to actually go into the construction of another affordable housing scheme. 8,000 housing units at Pokwase, and then another 6,000 housing units in Kumasi. But this is one thing that caught my attention. So if you look at the Ministry of Works and Housing, it's National Affordable Housing Program. It talks about studio apartments. Now, 10% of it will be studio apartments. You're looking at 800 of them being studio apartments. And they expected to cost $13,800. Then you have 1 bedroom. I don't see a number here. I see 2 bedroom, 60%. Okay? Then I see 3 bedroom, 30%. So you're looking at 2,400 as, 3 bedroom, 800 as, 1 bedroom. So if you add that, you're looking at 3,200. It means that 4,800 will be 2 bedrooms. The 800 which will be 2 bedrooms are supposed to cost $34,500 per unit. 3 bedroom, $42,550 per unit, with the studio apartments costing $13,800.
Okay.
Kojo, today, the average Ghanaian earns, within the public sector, earns a salary of about 3,000 Ghana cedis. And when I did the calculation, you realize that in a year, you're expected you earn 36,000. Now, 30% of that would take you to about 12,000 Ghana cedis. Ghana's housing policy says, for any housing to be affordable, you must not spend more than 30% of your salary on that house.
Right.
That is for it to be affordable to the household. But the law also, the policy also makes provision and says, there may be instances where people cannot, afford even the affordable houses that we talk about. That's where the social housing scheme comes in place. In there, government is actually expected to also do what? Cushion workers by subsidizing to make it a social housing scheme. Now, let me end on this note. And end on a cost note so that you can come in. But let me just say that, as well, talking about how we started. We started even with the SNIT projects, the SNIT flats. We saw it all over the country, wherever you were. You saw the SNIT flats. Now, today we're advertising houses costing $97,000, $195,000. And so, for many people, because you cannot afford, government says, I want to step in and make sure that you are able to afford. Now, imagine government stepping in its quest to reduce. Today, what we are told by President Akufo-Addo is that the housing deficit in Ghana is 1.8 million. That's the housing deficit. So if government steps in and says it's going to build 14,000 housing units over the next 3-4 years, that's just reducing the number by not even up to 10%. You would need private sector to get in there. The question is, how affordable are these houses? And if the private sector is building a 3-bedroom house on the average sometimes at 80,000, 90,000, how come the government of Ghana in other instances will build even higher on the average if you look at some of our housing projects? Let's get to the Saglemi housing scheme.
All right. So now let's focus on Saglemi, as Winston said. Now, he's given the big picture of the housing situation in Ghana. But Saglemi was always supposed to be the biggest attempt of government to at least provide affordable accommodation for people as close to Accra as possible. So Saglemi itself is just about 20 minutes drive after the junction you would turn off to go to Pram Pram. Okay, so it's on that Flower Road, but yeah, just about 20 minutes after Dowinya. Okay, it's on the left-hand side. In fact, you can see it when you're driving past. The idea was to build 5,000 units, as Winston said. They have managed 1,500, and they are not complete. These 1,500, they are not complete. There are no amenities, there's no utilities, no water, no sanitation. So they are not complete, they are not habitable. But 1,500 is all we got for the $200 million that was spent on it. Okay. So with that in mind, President Akufo-Addo came into power in 2017, and his first minister for Works and Housing, Samuel Atachia, announced that there have been some, irregularities with this deal. And he instructed that an audit be done. The new minister for Works and Housing, the current minister, Mr. Asenso Boakye, also ordered another audit to be done. Now, in 2021, I don't know if you remember, Hassan Ayariga shot a video at Saglemi, and he was calling on people to go and occupy the units because they are sitting there empty. We'll get to that. But let's start from the most recent communication from government on why they have not continued the Saglemi project. So the next voice you hear belongs to the Minister for Works and Housing, Mr. Asenso Boakye. He gave this exclusive interview to Elton John Brobe, and this is why he says government has not completed Saglemi. Let's listen.
The $20 million had been spent already, yet they were only able to produce only 1,500 who are not habitable. Okay, the estimates they provided for off-site infrastructure alone, we needed $46 million to provide off-site infrastructure. Now, apart from that, there are on-site works. Okay, these 1,005 units that are at various stages of completion. In fact, some had deteriorated, needed to fix some of them and all that. The estimate was that from AESL, you needed almost, it was $29 million. There is a serious sewage system there that was not fixed. That one is 8,000.
So you are looking at almost $100 million.
There's a serious drainage challenge, without which it will be very difficult to live there. That one is $5 million. So the on-site works alone, including some amenities which will make it possible for people to live there, like school, like because 1,500 if you put people there and you don't build a school, it will not make sense. Exactly. So when you put all that together, it was going to cost the state $140 million.
$140 million
to be able to revive the Saglemi Affordable Housing Project. And even with that, look at the distance. It's more than 2.5 hours from Accra.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Okay. So you heard Mr. Asenso Boakye, who is the current Minister for Works and Housing, saying it would cost $114 million to revive Saglemi. And he says that Saglemi is 2.5 hours from Accra. Okay, well, according to Google Maps, it's 1 hour and 12 minutes from where we are right now. But, maybe heavy traffic. So, $114 million to revive Saglemi. Now, let's analyze this. This is government's reason for not having continued the project. That after using 200 million to not complete 1,500 units, it will now cost 114 million to complete them. Okay, all right. Let's do the maths. 114 million divided by 1,500 units, because that's what we have. We don't have 5,000 units. That will mean that it will cost $76,000 per unit to complete these properties, which are pretty much, in terms of construction, they are done. All that is left are amenities, okay, utilities. So water, sanitation, maintenance. $76,000 per unit is how much government says it will cost to complete Saglemi. Now, $76,000 in cedis, if we're going at 11 cedis and 50 pesos per dollar, that's 874,000 Ghana cedis each to complete each unit. Now, right here on our show, there's a company called Sethi Realty. They have property at a place called Nyamidua. Nyamidua is in Tema Community 22. Tema Community 22 is definitely closer to Accra than Saglemi. At Nyamidua, you can get a 2-bedroom apartment for 250,000 Ghana cedis. Fully constructed with all your amenities, everything there. You get security gate, everything. It's all built already. They will sell it to you for 250,000 cedis and they will make a profit. But government says the thing that is already built, they have to spend an extra 874,000 cedis each on each of them before they can be occupied. Now, there is a breakdown of that 114 million. Mr. Asenso Boakye says that 30 million of that money, dollars, will be spent on bringing water alone to Saglemi. So I did some checks. This is an area that I happen to know a little bit about. So I did some checks. I asked a few people some questions. The first thing I learned was that currently there is a project in Aveime, which is just about 40 minutes from Saglemi. They are setting up a treatment plant there, which will feed the whole area. They will provide pipelines into the whole area so that anybody who is building anywhere in that enclave will simply have to tap into that pipeline. Okay. Now, tapping into a pipeline to bring to your to your development is something that is done by private developers every day. They are building in new parts of the country every day, and they are bringing water to their developments. So for 1,500 unit development, it won't cost even $10 million to bring water from Aveyime. Once that project is completed in about 3 years from now, there's something they are doing with, I think, with the Dutch government. But even assuming they were not going to do that and they were going to bring water all the way from Pram Pram, that would still not cost that much. If they were going to dig boreholes, it would still not cost that much. But the real reason why it is difficult to understand this $114 million figure government is quoting is because it's not consistent with what government themselves told us. The same minister, Mr. Sensu-Boakye, in 2021, you remember that Hassan Ayariga went to Saglemi and took some videos and called on people to come and occupy the buildings because they are empty. In response to that, the Works and Housing Minister, Mr. Sensu-Boakye, said this.
An initial technical audit by the ministry revealed the lack of primary infrastructure to the Saglemi project site, thus limiting the utility of the development. The key primary infrastructure still outstanding include water supply and electricity. The ministry tasked the Ghana Institution of Surveyors to conduct a cost and technical audit of the contract executed by the contractors in the context of the variety of agreements and commitments made by the parties to the project. Upon completion of the audit, the Ghana Institution of Surveyors estimated that an approximate amount of $32 million will be needed to complete the project.
So you heard that. Same minister, 2021, following an audit done by all kinds of professionals, $32 million is what it was going to cost to complete it in 2021. But now it's $114 million. Who is giving these quotes? What is going into these quotes? By the way, there's a breakdown, isn't there, of that $114 million?
Yes, Kujo, so let me just get that breakdown for you as the Minister of Works and Housing presents. And now the President says that, look, the government has to raise an additional funding to the tune of $46 million to complete infrastructural works. That is water, electricity, and drains to mitigate flooding. Okay? So that's $46 million to complete the infrastructural works, which are water, electricity, and drains. Now, there's a further $68 million, which is required to complete the buildings and other essential on-site infrastructure, like the waste holding bay, sewage treatment plants, and the development of socio-economic and civic infrastructure, such as basic school, clinic, and shops.
How much for that?
$68 million.
$68 million. Okay. And so that's the breakdown, right?
Yes.
That's what makes up $114 million US.
Yeah.
That is now being quoted. So what happened to the $32 million that we were told in 2021?
Good question. The minister should be answering these questions.
Now, you see, the thing that baffles me is why the government thinks anybody will believe that it costs that much to produce one unit, one housing unit. And by the way, I asked this question of both governments because they've both thrown ridiculous amounts of money at this project. Okay, so when the NDC government spent $200 million on 1,500 units, right? In essence, what they were telling us is that in order to provide affordable housing for Ghanaians, it would cost us per unit a total of 133,333 cedis.
Yes.
One unit. Right? 133,333 affordable housing. Okay. And then this government says, okay, so we've already spent 133,333 on these houses, but we didn't complete them. So now we need to spend an extra 114 million in order to complete them, which means per unit, 1,500 units, we're going to spend an extra $76,000 each before anybody can go and live in them. So their solution is that they are now going to give it to, find a private person to come and spend this money and sell to who? 133 plus 76. So $209,000 each. So who would that private person sell it to? Who would go and buy an apartment in Saglemi for $209,000 United States dollars?
Could you let me help you? Because look, we've been doing advert for entities here.
Yes.
And you have, 3-bedroom house with an outhouse. 3-bedroom with an outhouse. Okay. At the East Legon Hills.
And this is a house.
A house, not an apartment.
Not an apartment.
Okay. Costing $97,000. Okay. $97,000. And we have, so if the private man builds this house and says, come and pay $97,000, and we say it's too much for us, so the government decides to step in. Now the government is going to spend 312 million Ghana cedis, dollars, I beg your pardon, to complete 1,500 housing units. And so if we're to, and listen to this, government, when it took the Saglemi Housing Project to Parliament, indicated that in constructing 5,000 housing units, it was going to make a profit of $1.8 million.
Yeah.
Which means government anticipated, and please, let me just explain this. I'm doing this on the average. On the average.
Yes.
It means that, some of the houses
some
will be
will be
less,
more, some will
could
be
be
less.
more. So let's just do this. On the average, $52,000. $52,000.
Yeah.
That's what government planned, on the average, to sell the houses. Now, we had complained as a people, and at the time that government was planning to sell it at $52,000, let me tell you something. The real estate developers were selling 2-bedroom houses at around $45,000 to $60,000. And those were not affordable. So we wanted government, which is providing land for the construction. Land. Government will provide land.
Free land.
For the construction, to now say, this is how much you need. I saw something, Kojo. I went on to Twitter, and my very good friend, Roxanne Nelson Dapiamekpo, he put something there. And I agree with him. So I took a screenshot of it, and I want to share it with you. He says, as a people, we can build way cheaper. Listen to this, As a people, we can build way cheaper than these unit figures quoted by government as the prices for the supposed affordable houses. We need to get real and deliberate about these policies for our people. Affordable must mean just that, affordable. This is, something that he posted not long ago. And these are the units that he's complaining about. Studio, $13,000. 2-bedroom, $34,000. 3-bedroom, $42,000. And he is right. He is right.
So how did his government build 1,500, in fact, fail to complete 1,500 units at $133,000 each when the land was free? I mean, what kind of imprudence is this? Even Cecilia Dapa's house help was able to buy a $70,000 house, allegedly. So what, I mean, how incompetent do you have to be?
And so as I coming at this point, so we're looking at the situation where an apartment, if today, after everything we're spending money on, an apartment at Saglemi, an apartment on the average would cost us $209,000. We've had this conversation here before. We spoke to Grader, and they said it would be very difficult for anybody to go and take that project. But I say, if government wants to complete it, government can find means of completing this at still an affordable rate.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break and come back to wrap this thing up.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302-200-390 or 059-692-0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
What? It seems Royal Foam did not get the memo. Times are tough. Prices are going up. They're giving 10% discount, free pillows with every purchase. Hey, Royal Foam. Just when you thought all they manufacture are quality but affordable mattresses and pillows, they take it up a notch by being thoughtful in these hard times. Royal Foam has reduced their prices drastically. Buy a mattress, get a free pillow. Enjoy 10% discount instantly, nationwide. Take advantage. Enjoy Royal Foam. Enjoy the best.
Call Royal Foam today on 020-227-1000 for more information.
Royal Foam. Rest assured.
My people, Philadelphia. Our very own Adansi Travels is 10 years old. Wow. I hope you remember what they did on their 5th anniversary with a 555 figure and even the power of 8.
Then this will be a 10-day thing.
That is right. We are going on a 10-day adventure in Dubai on a chartered Emirates flight full of Adansi travelers from 10th to 19th August. And starting from $1,650, you can be part of this Adansi-licious 10th anniversary tour. The rate covers flight, hotel accommodation, breakfast, visa, airport transfer, tours, and Adansi at 10 mega party at Dubai Desert Camp with the legendary Samini.
Adansi Travelers Tour. It's a vibe. The 10th anniversary. Sandra will be a part of this.
You can pay a minimum of $500 to book your seat and pay the rest till 15th July. Contact Adansi Travels now on 0595 500 817 or 055 631 0404 to book your spot now. Adansi Travels. Feel life's beauty.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Hey, Kwame, he didn't even see you.
But where are you going to dressed up in this black attire? Yeah, where's your car? Don't tell me you still haven't been able to fix it after the accident.
My house got bent. I lost my job. Wrong timing, bro.
Oh, so sorry. But wait, don't you have insurance to cover your house?
Suddenly, my friend B advised me to see some people for some small thing that I can.
Small what? Look, times are hard, so you need to sacrifice a little for some unforeseen circumstances like this. Sunu Assurances would have gotten you a new car and sorted you out with your house car. Look, don't take important things for granted. You can be rest assured that your future is assured. Buy insurance. Your future is assured. Buy insurance now. Just call 0552 571 980 or visit their Easy Show platforms to buy insurance through WhatsApp and Telegram by sending hi to the same number. Sunu Assurances, you pick your way, we take the risk.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yeah, you're welcome back. And our Saglemi conversation bringing up a lot of questions from all of you watching and listening. Thank you so much for staying with us. Richard in Achimota sent through a WhatsApp. He says, Kojo, do a good analysis. What is inflation rate now and before? Cost of building materials has risen. Okay, Richard, thank you for your message. You would have noted that all the prices we've been quoting are in dollars. Inflation rate and all of these things, they apply to the cedi. Our currency has fluctuated in value, but the dollar has not fluctuated in value. Over the past 100 years, the dollar hasn't lost more than 5% of its value. It has stayed the same. So what $1 could buy 100 years ago is pretty much the same thing that $1 can buy today. The value hasn't changed. So if we are discussing Saglemi and quoting dollars, the value of the dollar hasn't changed. So inflation doesn't apply. I hope that is helpful. And we'll be reading a lot more of your messages. You've sent a few of them. We'll be reading them shortly right here on the Super Morning Show. And we're also asking you, we'll open the phone lines actually. I'd love to hear from you. By the time the Saglemi project will be completed, government would have spent, the two governments would have spent about $200,000 each on every apartment. So I'm wondering, would you live in a house, an apartment, that cost $200 million in Saglemi? Would you? I'd love to hear your answer to that question when we open the phone lines. Before that, KingdomStoreOnline.com is calling on you to come check out their great supply of quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery, all at great prices. You can pay via Momo across all networks, and they will deliver to your home or office. If you live in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery as well. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And it's all of the Premier League, all on DSTV. Catch all the goals, moments, clashes, derbies, and drama. Make sure to stay tuned to all of Rashford, Haaland, and Saka. Watch it all unfold live in HD with the option of our exciting commentary in 3. All this on the package of your choice. No one else offers all of the Premier League but DSTV. Get your DSTV decoder with 1 month compact subscription for 299 Ghana cedis and add a satellite dish for 100 Ghana cedis, or stay connected on *759# to enjoy it all. DSTV, it's your moment.
Okay, Yellow, have you ever wondered how to subscribe to a particular MTN service and how to view, add, or cancel your mobile subscription all from one place? Just dial *175# to access and manage all your subscriptions everywhere you go.
Are you sinking in your bed? Is your mattress failing to give you the safety and comfort you deserve? Get yourself a Royal Foam mattress, which guarantees you the good sleep and relaxation you deserve today. And as Space Setters, we have attached pillows to the mattresses you buy for free. Get this offer in all our showrooms and sales outlets across the country. Don't be left out. Royal Foam wishes to say a big thank you to you, their loyal customers, for making them win the Silver Award at the 12th Ghana Business and Financial Services Excellence Awards. Please call them on 020-227-1000 for enquiries. Royal Foam, rest assured.
All right, then. So, look, I'm asking you a very simple question. Could you afford a $200,000 apartment in Saglemi 30 minutes after the Pram Junction? Could you afford it? All right, let me put it in cedis for you. That's about
2 million.
2 million. Let's round it up. 2 million Ghana cedi apartment in Saglemi, 30 minutes beyond the Pram Junction. Could you afford it? Could you afford it? Give us a call, 0302-216-541 or 055-1111-997. Winston, Asemna critical.
It is, Kojo. So some of you have been sharing your thoughts with us on Twitter. Let me get into your tweets now. And at Napspark, he says, instead of city and town redevelopment, they choose to occupy agricultural lands. I just don't understand our leaders. Cities are looking very old and dirty. I don't think we need to be resettling. Just redevelop the housing projects in our towns and cities. Mike Tachi says, why should any pragmatic government with the advantage of past mistakes engage in this politically populous housing project? It's all for self-pleasing family and friends and election messaging. The annoying fact is Nana has had enough examples to be repeating the same mistakes.
All right, Chidiak is on the line from South Lat. Chidiak, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo.
My brother, so are we moving to Saglemi?
Soon.
2 million cedis.
No problem. With me, first of all, let's go back to a case. Quality grain. We were chasing there was $20 million invested. We were chasing $5 million, and the $20 million went waste. That project never see the day of light. $200 million project, Saglemi. We are chasing the people who have eaten part of that money. And the original money, $200 million, is going waste. If it is your personal pocket money, would you leave it to get waste? Why don't you protect the project, make good use of it, even if the building will cost $300,000 per unit? Those who can afford should buy it and will protect the government money than leaving it to go waste. This is hard-earned taxpayers' money. I feel bad for my nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chidia. Thanks for calling. Jones is in La. Hi, Jones. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
2 million cities.
In fact, I like the way you guys have broken this thing down. Let's assume, without admitting, that yes, whatever they are saying is true. This is already structured, a structure which are already there that people can move and live in. Look at the contradictory. You played the last 2021 press conference he had, the minister had, and you compare the amount of money between 2021 and this thing that he is giving. In fact, let's take for instance that yes, what they have done there, yes, is not right. Yes, they have to. Can we approve that?
Hello.
And then go for another one. Supposing it's your own business that you are taking money from your pocket to pay. Can you just abandon this thing that maybe with a small work people can move in and live in? Then you see to, and I bet you whatever they are going to start at wherever they are going to do, it will end nowhere. They are not going to complete it.
Right.
All this thing is making money for themselves. They want to make money for themselves. There is nothing right about what they are doing. I mean, I'm so certain. It's just a mind-boggling. How can you think this way? How can you do things this way? that there is already structure there. Then you are coming to build another one. You spend few cities on this one, then let's move in. Thank you.
Thank you, Jones. Thank you. Mami is in East Legon. Hi, Mami. How are you?
Hello. Hi.
Thanks for calling.
I just want to contribute a little bit to this.
Sure.
I think when we put the price in cities, it sounds really scary, and it is. But perhaps we need to also consider that when we're buying houses, it's not really about buying clothing. So you don't expect to pay cash out or like pay upfront. So instead of considering paying it, like seeing the money as money you're going to pay upfront, how about we consider it as something you're going to pay over your lifetime? Because a house really is an investment. You're not going to pay it upfront. That being said, for an apartment in that part of town, I think it is overpriced. It doesn't count as affordable housing. So, but I think the idea is really that it's an investment. You're not going to pay it outright. So if there's a payment time which is realistic and fits our pockets, then why not? You can pay that over the lifetime of your over your lifetime and hand it over as an asset to your next generation. It's building wealth.
So
that's all I want us to
So you would pay $200,000 over your lifetime for an apartment at Saglemi?
If I had that kind of money, or if I had nowhere else to stay. I mean, the actual figure is huge. That is like the point of it. But also we need to consider that it's something that.
Oh dear, we lost Mami, but I think we got the general point she was making, that you don't pay it all at once, you pay it in bits. Okay, Salifu is in Koforidia. Salifu, how are you?
Hi, Kojo. How are you too?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome
Thanks
back.
for calling. Thank you.
Kojo, you say how my 2 million Ghana cedis?
Yes, please.
Hey,
just a measly 2 million.
2 million.
Yeah.
Which bank will give me a loan?
Pardon?
Which bank will give me a loan? A salary now of 1,000 Ghana cedis. Which bank will give me a loan of 2 million?
I don't know.
So all that nonsense that they are saying affordable to workers is for their own cronies. Because no worker can buy this house or can rent this house.
Yeah.
Every month, if I'm to pay about, say, 2,000 Ghana cedis, how much is my salary?
Yeah.
Even if it is for 1,000 years, I cannot pay. What I want to say is, when they go for those loans, they should give to the ordinary people to build their Takwame houses in their villages. That is affordable to us. They are making noise that they are building affordable houses. Never affordable houses. Yeah. They are going to make their own money for themselves. So they should stop the nonsense. Thank you.
Thank you, Salifu from Koforidia. Emmanuel is in. Is this Ogbogba or Agbogba? Agbogba. Emmanuel, you're in Agbogba. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. And good morning to your team.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm very happy when Wilson read Nelson Dafiameko's tweet. It tells us clearly that these two governments, NDC and NPP, have no interest of this country at heart. All that they do is for their selfish interest. If you know this, look at how long it has taken them to be able to come out with all these things. We sit here until we move these two governments out and have an alternative. We are moving nowhere. You see, they know the right thing, but if they do, they will not be able to get their cut. So they will always do the right thing. It's always surprising when people say these people are incompetent, these people are incompetent. They are not. They know exactly what to do. But when they do the right thing, they will not be able to have their cut. So they will continue to misbehave. If they are outside government, they know all the right things to do. But when they get into government, then it's a different ballgame altogether. I say until we move these two governments out, we shall never have any development in this country. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Emmanuel. Let's go to Kwabinya. Hi, Kofi. Good morning.
Yeah, Kojo. Yeah, good morning. Yes, Kojo, my take is that over the years, we have all seen that government is not good at this. At least we know of Abaime, as others have said. We know of Abuakwa. We know of the sugar factory at Commander. We know of Saglemi. So now, the civil society and the media, we should not allow them to start. When they start, we know how it will end. So we should not allow them to start at all. And that is why I will tweet that Ghanaians should be very much awake, and then we should stop them when they start. Thank you.
Thank you, Kofi. Selom is in Jamestown. Hi, Selom.
Yeah, fine. You see, this country, we have to split priorities. The one who was in charge of this Saglemi project, he said affordable housing. It's my MP from Whole West, Kwesi Bejira. In my area there, I'm quite actually, there was a non-governmental organization who came and built Habitat for Humanity. Just a small building like a cottage. People paid us at that time only 100 Ghana, which was 1 million or 1.5 million. And they helped them to get a small house. That is what they call affordable. You people are saying that you want to fight rural-urban migration. You are fighting rural-urban migration by building more apartments and everything all along the city. So everybody should leave the village and come to Accra. And then you are complaining about traffic at the same time. What kind of country are we building? Then they give government to leave the project for a very long time after everything has been destroyed. Now they are telling people that they have to go for another one so that private person can take over. We know that what they are taking over there is not for the ordinary person. It's for them themselves. They can afford. We, the poor people, we cannot afford it. Thank you.
Thank you, Selom. Let's come back to Accra. Dumevi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, Kojo, I come from Bato. And anytime I use Accra Road and I see this Saglemi project, I feel so sad for Ghana. Kojo, there is no justification whatsoever for this government, Nanadu Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, to abandon the Saglemi housing project. There is no justification. The place is almost done. If you don't even want to complete it, give it out. We want to use it. Look, I have lived in a village for more than 15 years without water and electricity. I can occupy that place and live comfortably than leaving it to rot like that. I think Ghanaians are not angry enough. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Dumevi. And thanks to all of you who called us. Chidiak, Jones, Mame, Salifu, Emmanuel, Kofi, Selom, and the last caller there, Dumevi. We appreciate you all. This conversation there, it's only at its beginning. Tomorrow, we are coming back to this same issue, this same Saglemi issue. Because government is giving us a certain list of reasons why they cannot complete this project. Why this project is either going to stand there forever uncompleted, or they are going to somehow sell it to a private. Which private person is going to buy such an overpriced project? I don't know. But
you know what? It will be important to hear from the private people.
Yes.
Whether they are willing to invest in the project. Since government is considering giving it out.
Yes.
It will be important to hear from these private persons and then ask the question again. If they are not willing to invest in it, what are the options available to us?
Absolutely. That's tomorrow on this Saglemi issue. All right? Stay with us. More after these.
And now
Yeah? All of it? Do they really offer all of this?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
All the goals, flashes, and moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka. All 380 games, all in HD. Available in all the languages you want, on all the devices you enjoy. Choose the bouquet you want from all the options available. The Premier League, all on DSTV.
This is gonna last. Joy 99.7 FM brings you another Joy Family Forum dubbed Becoming Mr. and Mrs. All You Need to Know Before Marriage. A breakfast meeting for singles led by Home Affairs and hosted by yours truly, Adam Knight Tay. Our guest speakers for the day are Ghana's favorite uncle, Uncle Ebo White, and Reverend Mrs. Rita Kranche Ankra, First Lady of the Royal House Chapel. Mrs. Theresa Riafia Sante Mama T, Ariel the Wellness Coach, Kobina Tabedu, PG Sebastian, Lawyer Kwekuya Pencil, and a host of other seasoned relationship coaches and counselors will all be in attendance. You get to enjoy a good buffet breakfast, giveaways, networking, and other fun activities at a cool rate of 150 Ghana cedis per head and 250 for two. Venue is the Best Western Plus Hotel, Nungwa. Time is 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. and the date is 12 August 2023. Please reserve your spots now. Call or WhatsApp 059-288-9986 for your reservations. This event is supported by Best Western Plus Hotel, Nungwa, Ship Healthcare Specialist Medical Center, Nish, Goba Kente, and Marie Noel's Spa and Salon. Becoming Mr. and Mrs. All you need to know before marriage.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Think of Ghana's forests as a pair of lungs or kidneys, cleaning our air and water, regulating rainfall, sunshine, and serving as a buffer against natural disasters. Those kidneys and lungs are currently being attacked and perforated at a faster rate by illegal mining.
The forest is a no-go. It is an illegal area for anybody to mine.
If the colonial masters save these resources, how come our fourth republic is the one destroying these resources?
34 of the country's 288 forest reserves have been affected, with an estimated destruction of 4,726 hectares.
This is purely criminal.
Erastus Asardonko goes deep into major forests under siege. Forests under siege, a Pamprama Forest Reserve.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And our friend from Crass Training Institute is here. He's joined us. That's Barata Akefi, who's the CEO of Crass Training Institute. Barata, good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you very, very much for joining us. Hope you're doing very well.
It's a pleasure.
Great. So, tell us more about the Crass Training Institute and what you do.
Okay, so good morning to your listeners as well. Cracks Training Institute, we call ourselves, we are a professional development training company. So our major emphasis is usually on professional certifications in various industries, right from human resource to procurement to financial to IT. We seek to add value to people in the space where they are. Winston, the thing is that professional certification is a really big deal in many parts of the world, in Ghana as well. Most of the time, you need academic qualifications to get into the job market. So you've done your degree, you've done your master's, you've got a chance to start work. But once you are in the job, then you like to be abreast with your field, your endeavor. You would like to be able to stay on top of your game. And most of the time, it's the professional courses that we take to be able to sort of have continuous professional development in any endeavor in which we are. So for we at Cracks, our aim is to provide these certifications. And normally we are looking at globally certified qualifications.
I like that. I mean, I like the fact that you've introduced this concept of professional certification. I want us to throw more light on it, because a lot of people will tell you, oh, but I've gone to school, I've done my degree, I've done my master's in HR, I've done my master's in finance. Why do I need professional certification?
So professional certifications deals with your work. It deals with your career. It deals with how people perceive you and how you deliver what you do. If you look at various surveys around the world, a lot of employees, when they are surveyed or when they are asked, are looking at companies that offer them something more than what they can get from them. They are looking at companies that are also looking at their growth as they get into their certification, into their profession. In fact, for some levels of positions, your professional qualification is going to speak for you. If you don't have any professional certification in that field, you are not going to be considered. And the job market has become very, 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 very competitive. So it's not just about your academic qualifications, but it's also about what you can do and what you can certify, who can certify that you can do the things that you say you can. And so you may have the experience, but if you don't have any qualification to certify that you have that experience, then you are sort of in a difficult position. Yes.
Great. So tell us about the awarding body, their profile and credentials.
Okay. So these qualifications that we are looking at the professional qualifications from America. The awarding body is from America. It's called the Global Academy of Finance and Management, GAFEM. It's one of the top awarding bodies in the world. In fact, they are one of the few awarding bodies that have an ISO certification, and they have certifications across Europe, North America, Asia, and now they are making strong inroads into Africa. So we've sort of taken upon ourselves to partner with them to give these certifications, but with the ultimate aim that the Ghanaian workforce always needs to upgrade. Winston, because of my work, I have the chance to speak to a lot of people. Sometimes you get people who have been in their endeavor for 15, 20 years. Clearly they have the experience, but since they finished their degree, nothing else. So one or two short courses here and there. No professional development. And most of the time is because Ghanaian companies don't like spending on procurement. For example, a lot of supply chain issues are happening now because of COVID. So as a procurement specialist, as a procurement professional, I even know the things that are happening in that space and the sort of countermeasures that are even being sought to bring this thing to bear. If you pick the field of IT, AI and all new technologies are changing the face of how we market, how we brand ourselves, and how we even communicate with our audience. I can see, even though we are on radio, we are being live streamed because how people are consuming the information is changing, really.
I mean, you've been talking about the changing faces in the world. You've talked about IT, you've talked about procurement. So let's get into the specific programs that you offer. Okay. What are they?
Okay, so first of all, we are offering certified and chartered professional qualifications. And usually these are postgraduate certifications. So usually you need to have some sort of tertiary academic qualification. Then you come in, we take you through a rigorous certification process, and then you can be able to get some of the certifications. The certifications are a lot, but a few of them we are running for September, October intakes, for example, are the chartered financial risk manager, the chartered financial forensic auditor. We have the chartered human resource manager, the chartered procurement and logistics manager, the chartered digital marketing professional, the chartered data analyst, and then the chartered oil and gas manager. So there are quite a few, but at least these are the ones that we are running for the next cohorts that are coming in. And you could see that most of them are chartered certifications, which is very, very important. If you have a chartered qualification, it means that you are there, you are the pinnacle of your field, and you know what it takes to be in that field and to be relevant in that field, so to say.
Great. So, having talked about it, when will the next admission begin? Give us details of it.
Okay. So we usually run quarterly streams. So September, October, we are going in for new intakes. If you are listening to me and you are thinking, hey, it's been a while, I want to top up on what I know. I want to get to the latest trends. I want to be relevant in my field. I want to be part of an international professional organization. Then I think a certification from the Global Academy of Finance and Management is going to be good for you. So September, October, we have new intakes, and we've tried to make things very flexible. Also taking into consideration the changing times. So we have in-person training, we have online trainings, we have weekend trainings, we have evening classes. I'm sure if you speak to us, you are going to be able to fix something in and get something on your schedule. Yes.
Great. Any contacts or registration details you want to share with us?
Of course. So you can get us on our telephone numbers 055 222 2217. That is 055 222 2217, and then 0243 457 339. That is 0243 457 339. If you are busy, if you are driving, no need to bother. Just send us a text message or a WhatsApp indicating that you are interested, and our team will get back to you, and then we can pick that from there.
So 055 222
yes
2217.
Yes. Okay.
055
you have a nice way of saying
222 2217.
Yes.
That makes it very easy.
Yes. So just send a WhatsApp, send a text message. You can also call as well, but you can just a WhatsApp or a text message indicate that you're interested in the chartered programs. The team will quickly get back to you, give you details of what you need to know, and then from
is that
there,
a phone you're holding?
That is it.
Okay. You've started receiving the calls. Don't worry. It's good. Let them call.
Yes.
But I'm sure once you're done, you'll be able to
yes,
pick
the
their
team
calls.
will get back to them.
Yes. But I mean, I also know you have an ICT boot camp for junior high school graduates.
Yes. So every year we sort of do the annual ICT boot camp. I have an IT background, so that's sort of my passion, so to say. And the world is really changing. Recently, I wanted to send a proposal to somebody. I wasn't sure, so I just went to the new program called ChatGTP, and I just gave a command to give me a sample letter. To my surprise, 4, 5, 6 pages of pure content. I just had to change a few things and send the proposal as if I've done some huge consultancy work. So the world is really changing. We want our children to be abreast, to know these things. So every year after their BC exam, after their WASI exam, so BC is just finishing, we are organizing an intensive 6 weeks interactive training boot camp for them. We do it annually, and it's very fun. We give them new technologies, the AI, website development, a few of the Microsoft tools, just to prep them and make sure that they are ready for the technological age. So if you're a parent and you have a child who's just finished BC, you don't want them to be sitting at home and watching Netflix and TV the whole time. Get them to register for this boot camp. You can get us on the same number 055 222 2217, and we will also take it from there. Or you can visit their website ictbootcampgh.com, and you'll get all the details that you need to go from there.
Baracha, it's been nice having you, but before we wrap it all up, for that person who's listening to us and still not decided, contemplating, why should they register with the Cracks Training Institute?
Yes, so Cracks Training Institute, we are about professionalism, we are about excellence, we are about taking hold of your professional journey, your professional career, and we think that it is always good to be on top of your game. So talk to us. We have various chartered professional qualifications for you, and you'll be happy you give us a call. If you allow me, I'll mention the number for the last time. So the number once again, 055 222 2217, 055 222 2217, or 0243 457 339, 0243 457 339.
Thank you very much, Barata Kaifi, who's CEO of Cracks Training Institute, for joining us. So, folks, you know the number 055 222 2217. I see a lot of you calling him already. That's the way to go. This is the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Playing the music. The music you love.